Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Hey, we're in the process of moving this bull, so if I have to run out real quick, that's why. Make
Yes,
sure
sir.
he'll get back in his location safely. Yep.
Yes,
I had
sir.
to accept this delivery today, and the FedEx guy was in a 40-foot long. Well, his
Oh,
trailer was 40 feet long, which I've had. You know that I've had him come up here with no problem with the other things that were delivered. Sure enough, man, this joker got stuck.
no.
Yeah, so I had to get the tractor, and here I am pulling the 18-wheeler with a tractor. You know, he punching it and I'm punching it. It worked though. We got him unstuck.
You should have charged them
Yeah,
for a
man.
tow.
Yeah. Well, shoot, I was just glad to not have to spend all day and ruin my, the rest of Shabbat messing with
Right.
all of that.
Man.
Yeah. That was fun. And it's uphill, so you can imagine.
Yep.
And I was pulling backwards. So that was a lot of fun. I was a little puckered for a minute.
Oh, man. What am I doing?
Let me pull up and see if I can hear me. Oh, then I gotta change this over. All right, let's see. Oh, there you go.
Shalom and blessings, brothers.
Shalom and blessings, my brother.
Hey, I told y'all I was gonna click on. My phone went offline, but everybody else's phone is up. It's almost like every time we go live, my
Yes,
phone will
sir.
go down, but everybody else got signal. Service.
Hey, that must mean you probably about to hit hard tonight.
I hope it being that instead of something else. I hope it don't mean the other stuff.
We'll go with that one. I bet it mean you about to come in and come in swinging.
Yeah, I hope that's the case.
They clowning on us already?
Nah, I was talking when Brother HOQ came on, it cut me and J Carr on, and Brother Ryan was like, damn, I'm front and center. That's all y'all about to see is Brother Ronnie.
Yeah.
That's a good picture.
Wrong with it.
I know.
Yeah, that's a good picture. Brother Ronnie need to be front and center so we can see him.
Yeah.
How y'all brothers doing?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Doing pretty good, brother.
Y'all looking good over there? It's nice and bright over there.
Yeah, I told them, man, they in a good spot to be. I won't use the word envious, but whatever the appropriate word is, hey, I just use what y'all said, how pleasant and good it is for brethren to dwell together.
Oh, man.
So,
hallelujah.
Together is where it's at, man.
Yes,
I look
sir.
forward to when we all together again.
That's right. Community, all things in common. Give me your shit.
Lord. No, we can't use the other folks' phrases. We'll leave that over there. We can't use that one. We wouldn't want nobody to say we copyright infringement or whatever they be saying.
on their ministry words.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
They little catchphrases.
Yep.
Y'all brothers had a good day?
Yes, sir. We're having a good time over here. We've been chilling and clowning.
Yeah, that's right on time. I think that's one of the things that's different about us, taking precautionary measures and all of that stuff and being, not being all the way together like normal. I think that's the thing that I miss the most is because we be cutting up. I mean,
Oh yeah,
hours go by like, or a day goes by like it ain't. A week goes by like it's not nothing.
that's true.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
I enjoy that part. I definitely enjoy that.
We missing y'all.
Hey,
Yeah,
y'all did
It's the
not
truth.
hesitate to let me know, like, hey, even though you here on your own spot, you still gonna get rained on.
oh Lord.
Oh man.
I got some of my 10 as well.
Yep. That's too.
Had the
We
top
we
sitting
didn't
right
break
beside
that
me,
tradition. You did you?
and then put it up.
See, hey, don't feel bad, brother Ronnie. Mine was sitting right next to the tent. I didn't know it at the time. I thought it was still, at another location, but nah, it was sitting right over here next to the tent. I had been using it to cover some wood. And I'm like, man, well, shoot, we have to deal with it tomorrow because I didn't did that previous years. Been out there in the rain and it's cold, and this time I'm like, nope. Yep. Hey,
Thank the Lord.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I guess you're in the right place then. If it's raining on you every year when you show out to the Father, we
yeah,
all get together for the Father and it rains.
man, that's
We
true.
might be in the
Typically,
right place.
hey, I think
Woo!
I think so far it has continued to happen on the first day too, if I'm not mistaken.
First day.
Right.
It is
Passover.
typically, yep,
Yep.
first day we get.
Passover. Tabernacles. It don't matter. It's the first day.
Yes, sir.
I remember cooking that Passover lamb in the rain.
Oh, you sure right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I remember that. That's the first time I saw y'all doing Passover. Uh, and I saw that Brother David was there, and I was like, them jokers out there, man, it's storming so bad you can't even see them. You know, I'm serious. It was throwing down.
Yes, it
Yeah, it
I was like,
was.
was.
man, them jokers still getting it. That was encouragement for me to ask, hey, we gonna have to come out there. Cause I think we
Yeah.
came, did we come that same year for unleavened bread?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Same
That
year.
sounds right. Yep.
Same year.
Yep.
Yep, I was gonna say that's what happened. I was like, man, them jokers so serious. I need to ask him something. I remember calling FY said, uh, brother, I see y'all over there doing some things. Are you able to have visitors? Would you? I mean, is it? I didn't just say, hey man, I'm gonna come on down because that's country as hell. And he was like, man, yeah, we'd love to have you. We got he said we got a family over there, the Burdets. I was like, really? He was like, yeah, man, just come on out. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest, brothers. I enjoy it because every brother that we done been with, that I'm talking about that's currently with us, I'm gonna keep it real. Every brother that's currently with us, meaning the brothers you see on screen, and it's only one brother I think that's missing, but I think he at his location, brother Frank. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
I
bro,
think he said his
FY,
phone died.
okay. So if we
Yeah.
look at it, the thing that encouraged me the most is you got real brothers. I'm gonna start with FY, David Birdie, Ronnie Ray. Is it Rayner? I want to make sure I get it right. Rayner, brother Ronnie.
Is it Brother Ronnie Rainier?
How
Rainer.
you pronounce your last name? Rayner. Yeah, Rayner.
Rainer.
Rainer.
Ronnie Rayner. We got Jay Carr, myself, Frank Stockton. Am I leaving anybody out? I'm talking about brothers that's still rocking and rolling. I ain't talking about these fair weather Johnny Gill type motherfuckers. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about those guys. Those guys that come in, they get what they need, whether it's encouragement for their wives, or how to tie your wife down so you can add another wife to your house. I'm not talking about them type of niggas. I'm talking about
Right.
real brothers. I mean, brothers that's serious about Yah. They serious about brotherhood, and
Yes, sir.
they serious about family because we get a chance to look at their families.
Yes, sir. Yep, I agree,
I,
brother.
I was just telling my family last night. I said, I don't even like when brothers who are married, they want to be around you or visit us, but you don't
Leave their
want to bring
family
your
behind.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's always indicative of something being wrong. Some smoke
yes,
in the
sir.
city.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
But like,
just reminded them of that. We done ran into those types. So being around y'all brothers really is encouraging. It amps up the feast days no matter what we're doing. It amps them up that much more because you actually get to see the word in work.
yes.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
in
Yeah.
action. So I love that about it. I love seeing our wives talking. I love to see the children playing, all that, and enjoying one another. I enjoy that.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. And I know mine over here, they're missing that aspect of it for sure. Yeah, most definitely.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, y'all willing
Yeah.
though? We'll break down and do on something else. I
Yes,
mean,
Yep.
sir.
he let us see another one. I mean, I don't plan on. Hey, I guess if we just got COVID, we just got COVID. We just have to fall out.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. I like that. Sounds good.
You know how that go though. You know, a lot of them cats, they show up. I'm looking for a wife, brothers.
Mm.
All things in
Yep.
common, brothers. How can I get a come up, brothers?
Yep.
Man.
Remnant Ranch, brothers.
Woo.
Hey, it is what it is. I mean, that's just being honest. It is what it is. I mean, I'm gonna just say this: we can't even fully execute brotherhood. I mean, I know that's a whole nother live stream, but we can't never grow. We can't never see the brotherhood functioning if every time you get your feelings wet or your feelings hurt, we can't even come together and work it out according to the word. What?
That's it.
Right.
We got
Some
some
po-
punks. We got some punks in Israel. We
Yep.
got
A
some
lot of them.
sisters in Israel.
It's still stuck in Egypt. Stuck in the
That's
Egyptian
crazy.
ways.
That's crazy.
It's always indicative to me when you see these dudes who all they want to do is really hang around women.
Right.
Their whole channel is about women. They just want women all over the place. The only people listening to
Man.
that, if you ain't got men listening to you, there's a problem.
It's a big problem.
There's a
Big
big
problem.
problem if you ain't got men listening to you. If you
Right.
got nothing but a bunch of cackling women, that's right, brother. You tell the truth, brother. It's a problem.
It is. It is. I mean, it really is a problem. Hey, when I see guys and they got most of the people who comment on their channel is a bunch of women, I don't even rock with that kind. I just
Nope.
can't because I already know you selling them a bill of goods.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Whether it's to get them in your home or to get them on your so-called community or your land or whatever, we already know the rope a dope.
Yeah,
It's
we do.
it's to be honest, it's really these silly ass women that don't. That's why I know.
That's
Guess
it.
what? They ain't in love with our channel. It's a bunch of women. They grit their teeth. I'm sure they send weird ass. I'm a like we just got I'm a witch voodoo doctor comment that FY had to take off of there. We get weird ass shit because you know what? Women, I'm talking about women that's not living the book. They don't want to hear the stuff we saying.
Nope.
They looking
That's
for
true.
some simple ass dudes so they can run their own program. So they already know
That's
when they
it.
look at us, they say, nah, they ain't gonna go
That's
for
it.
that.
And honestly, I love
They
that.
might not have those clever phrases, but shit, we don't want to hang out over here.
No,
These
Nope.
niggas for real.
And to be honest, I love that stuff. You know,
Yep.
when you be seeing, you know, when this channel first started, we talked about marriage a lot and everything. All the women came out. They were so excited to hear the word. Then we turned that corner and we started talking about why aren't y'all married? Why y'all running around acting foolish and stupid
Yep.
and got a whole lot to say,
Uh-oh.
but you ain't following the book? Suddenly, the demographics went from 60% men, 40% women, to now it's like 85% men and 15% women. And those 15% women, 99 out of that 15%, 99% out of that 50% are married. Them single women are like, there's a lot of other remnant ranch, $500, move you onto my property. There's a lot of other easier men out there.
Come up schemes.
that we can talk to, that'll tell us what we want to hear, will tickle our ears. We can get caught up in all sorts of other stuff. But I ain't trying to hear what they're saying.
Come up scheme. Women looking for come up scheme dudes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they find they're plentiful.
Hey, as we heard it earlier, their rent is overdue. They're about to get evicted. There's no more eviction moratorium and all of that stuff that's running out. So that's what they don't want to hear the truth of, well, why your damn rent that far behind? What you been doing with your money? Why your nails and hair done and your children raggedy?
Y'all don't know these streams. These are feast day streams is when we usually turn it up another notch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Will, and this will be no different.
No different.
No.
And he's talking the truth. He's telling the truth. I had a woman, brother, I'm interested in joining your house. It's interesting. You went all of a sudden you came out of the blue when the rent moratoriums were running out, and you 6 months behind in your mortgage payments. Now you interested in polygyny? Nah.
Oh man.
But meanwhile, you talk to them like, so you serious about this? What's going on? Well, I'll be interested in a couple of months. It's interested a couple of months from now is when you about to get your eviction papers. Nah, I'm good. I'm good and you good. To be honest.
Ain't no Captain Savers over here. All we interested in came from West Fords. That's it.
There it is. West Ford, my brother made me some good hoes. They want to be used. They get used all the time. They love getting dirty with me. They like my hands all over them. We be rolling around and tussling. Not just that, but I use my hose and plant some seeds deep.
Man,
there's some grateful hoes.
Yes,
sir. Strong hoes too.
Thank you, brother Westhold. Some quality forged hoes.
And they know how to hold a being right. They know how to keep it tooted and booted.
They keep their shape right, in other words.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Whenever I gotta put the hose onto that grinding wheel to sharpen them up a little bit, they don't complain.
They want to be used.
They want to be used. Westhold said, making me blush. Westhold, for real. Those hoes that you made, brother, they 10 times the quality than what you get from the store. At least.
Yes, sir.
Brother Westhold, I'm gonna get in touch.
I've done whacked that hoe against a rock and I didn't see no chip marks. That thing, it didn't bend. It's nice and sharp. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Good quality.
I'm about to get with you, brother, so I can place an order for some. I'm gonna place an order for several.
I don't know if Westhold wants to put out like that, but I'm telling you, if you want some quality tools, you know what I'm saying, some good hoes, things like that. That's a skilled forgeman.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if y'all ever seen Forged in Fire. Don't get Westhold up there.
And you don't want no cheap hoes, and you don't want no cheap hoes.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
You want quality hoes? Westhold Forge.
Yes, sir.
I like quality hoes.
Hey, he was chatting with me for a minute today. He said he made that big spear out of leaf spring off a vehicle.
Oh wow!
I said, now this brother right here is serious.
That's awesome.
I like skill, crafting, and that might be the other thing too, brothers. You notice we don't really attract guys that's not really skilled in something.
Yeah,
I'm talking about something outside.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
That's true.
You know what? We got some questions already.
We do.
I want to read Sister Tammy Dorsey said, "Peace, brothers. I love seeing our men coming to Yahweh. Hopefully the next generation will have our families together more. I am pushing 60 and wishing I was guided in the right direction." Man. Bless you, sister. And you know what? Hopefully this does give hope. You know, because a lot of us men who are coming together now, we're the groundwork. We setting the groundwork right now. We ain't
Yes,
it.
sir.
We just laying the groundwork so that somebody else, our children, can come behind us and build on the foundation that we set.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
We understand that we're the footers.
That's it.
We go below that frost line. We making sure we ain't moving.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Yep.
Hey, that
Hey,
was a
and
good
we
comment.
coming out. We coming out of some stuff. So, you know, we ourselves are not worthy to build the temple, but y'all
That's
will, and
right.
our sons will be.
Nope.
That's right.
That's it, bro, David.
Yep.
That's it.
We the ones that came out of Egypt. We came
Yes,
out. Now we ain't the wicked ones that got destroyed in the wilderness. We ain't them.
Mm-mm.
But y'all willing, we the ones who are setting up our generation to be able to cross over Jordan.
Man.
Actually, in a sense, we kind of crossed over Jordan. We just may not
That's
be
it.
the ones building.
That's it.
I agree with
Yep.
that. I mean, if I had to judge that by, my father didn't teach me this. I mean, my grandfather didn't teach me this. They didn't teach me that. Matter of fact, in a way, they, of course I do serve y'all the way I see fit, but they still not. I'll just say this: they're not doing the feast days.
Right.
So we
Right.
know we the groundwork
Yep.
for the next generation, and it might not get to where we needed to be until what our grandsons come along.
Yep.
Hopefully, sons, grandsons, great
Yes, sir.
grandsons.
Hey, and that would be right in keeping with that's how Jacob became Jacob. It didn't start with Jacob.
Nope.
That's true.
That's where that verse comes in, leaving an inheritance to your children's children, your
That's it.
grandchildren.
Yes, sir.
Man. And folks got to be ready to leave Egypt before you can do that. And Egypt, we're
Woo,
not
man.
talking about a physical location. You can't leave an inheritance to your children's children when you still giving everything you got to some ministry. I just say that one more again.
Man.
You give
Yep.
one half to your ministry and the other half to the big government.
Y'all talking
You ain't
good?
got nothing left.
You ain't got nothing but empty words for your sons or your children's
Yes.
children.
Yes, sir.
Some apologies.
Yes, sir.
Look at what Westhold said. He said, that's what I like most about this. Every man here is looking to his son's future more than their self's present. That's right, brother.
Absolutely. Man, that's it.
That's it.
You know,
right
when you realize in your life that you done messed up so bad, but yet y'all was still merciful and said, because in a sense, we all are in Abraham. Yah
Yes,
is
sir.
promising through us a lineage. But the same way Abraham had to be willing to sacrifice Isaac, we had to sacrifice our old self. We had to be willing to walk out of Egypt and say, hey, I know that I won't ever get what I want. I'm not going to get to see what I want to see. But you know what? If I set the groundwork,
Man.
if I have to, I may have to be willing to say, bye, Ishmael.
Mm.
Come on, Isaac.
That's it.
Come on, Isaac. You may have
That's
to Ishmael.
something.
You may have to say, bye, Hagar. Bye,
There
Ishmael.
it is. Man. Yep.
The promise is through Sarah. The promise is through Isaac. But just like that, y'all said, from Isaac came Jacob. Jacob begat the 12 tribes. Most of us can't even think that far. Most of y'all women can't think that far because you're looking for your present. I gotta feel good. I gotta look good today.
Come up.
Y'all ain't looking for no future generation. As righteous as you think you are, you don't give a damn about your children.
Man, oh
You
man.
don't give a damn about the seed that comes from between your legs, that came from your husband, that came from the man that you with. You don't give a damn about them. You care about your present now. How can I feel good every single day, today, right now?
Sir. Too busy worried about the garlic and leeks.
There it is. And yeah, and your husband's already like, hey, baby, I got a vision. I got a vision. There's a promised land out there, a land flowing with milk and honey. If not for us, for our children. But baby, what about my milk and honey? Do you really think you deserve milk and honey?
Right. Wasn't you just over there with Pookie now?
Right. Being real. Weren't you just in Egypt getting hit up by the taskmasters, getting bent over by the taskmasters, and you think you ready for a land flowing of milk and honey, and you were getting bent over by the taskmaster? You were twerking in front of Pharaoh?
Ooh.
You were trying to get a taskmaster to marry you just 2 years ago. You were getting bent over by a taskmaster 2 years ago, and suddenly you come to the faith and you ready for one of the 12 tribes men to come and take you as a wife. You tripping. You can't even be a servant. You couldn't even serve. The only time that you were ever good as a wife is in Egypt.
Hey, I'm trying to hit that J Car button.
Go ahead, bro, J Car. No.
Yeah.
Some of these people they got this shit twisted all backwards, thinking that, well, I came to the faith. I deserve no, you don't deserve shit.
Yeah, but death.
But death.
Just like the rest of us. Yep.
You should just
the difference is we know it.
There it is. There it is. Whenever something befall me, I'm like, well, I deserve this. I deserve worse. So the fact that I got this, that's mercy. If this is all I got, he's merciful.
Hallelujah. Man.
Most of y'all coming into this space just yesterday, knowing what you were doing 2 years ago, thinking that you deserve the best.
Not so.
Women over here, where's my Boaz? Where you think you deserve one? Me and the brothers were talking. We were talking some real stuff. We were saying, do you all understand this book? Do y'all understand that if you were a woman and you were just fraternizing with the nations, getting tore back by the nations, what? I mean, I'm being real. I am being dead honest real. If you getting your ass tore back by the nations, serving their gods and everything, you done served up your pussy to every other dude in these nations, and you come to the faith, honestly, what makes you think you deserve to be a wife?
Yep.
Not so.
I'm being real. You were serving Egypt to the 10th degree. And you come to this faith and he got to have this and he got to have that and he got to serve the Most High. Are you kidding me?
It's that self-deception.
You self-deceived. You just left
That's what
Egypt.
it is.
You still got the residue of Egypt all over you. At least we as men who come to this faith, who really be walking this thing out, know, shit. The fact that y'all chose me to be his bride lets me know how merciful he is. But I didn't go to y'all and be like, you better take me as a wife.
We trying to get in whatever.
You better treat me and give me what I want.
Right.
Yes, sir.
If y'all said you're going to be a servant, you're going to sweep my bathroom floor. You about to have the best looking bathroom floor ever, Father.
Man.
I'll mop it. I'll do more than. Can I mop the floor, please?
Give me the toothbrush.
Can I clean your toilet? Y'all coming into the space, coming into y'all. Well, I know I'm a queen. Queen of what?
Man.
Queen of what, Jezebel? Jezebel's the queen too.
And the queen of nothing.
Don't try to tell me you an Esther. Stop it.
You was Vashti.
Yes, sir.
So that's what you're looking for. You're right. Leave the channel. Go to your favorite pastor nobody who's gonna fluff you up. Who's gonna tell you all clean now because you came to the faith. You got baptized. But you still walking
good
dirt.
now because you ride with them, because you listen to them. And it ain't really because you listen to them. If they had the fortitude to be honest, they would say it's all good because you pay your tithes here. You pay me to tell you it's all good. You pay me to scratch your itching ears, and that's what I do. That's what they really would tell you.
Yes, sir.
You paying a pretty penny for somebody to come and whisper sweet nothings into your ear.
Man.
When somebody tell you the truth, your feelings hurt. Go ahead, brother Andre.
You right on it, brother. I told you I was watching a channel that I know we like this channel. I'm not even gonna say it, but I saw a bunch of women actually on the channel saying that's why I come over here to you because you make it so palatable is what they would. That's the word they really wanted to use. But you make it so
Palatable.
easy for us to understand and it's well explained and you won't basically what she said the other part was you won't cut us down. You basically in a nutshell, you mean he won't tell you what's good for you for the sake of your own soul.
Right.
Hey,
He want his numbers up.
Yep.
And
A
that's
lot
I
of
mean, I
y'all,
didn't say go ahead.
a lot of these sisters, the idea of working out to lose that weight doesn't sound nearly as appealing as going and getting on some Long Beach, Palm Springs, whatever you call it, diet, where all you got to do is cut your carbs for 15 minutes and you about to lose 20 pounds. That's why.
Mm.
That's why they got all these infomercials because they ain't selling it to men. Men ain't
that's
buying
it.
that shit.
Well, yeah.
Advertising really isn't for men. Advertising's for women. Buy this makeup. Buy this dress. You're gonna be beautiful all of a sudden. Buy this hair that don't look like your hair, not even close to your hair. Put it in your head, and people gonna think you pretty.
Mm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Sister Tammy Dorsey, you killing it right there, sister. That's the problem. That's one of the biggest problems. Brothers, do the women in Israel teach the women coming in how they are to study the Torah and how they should conduct themselves? The women do not tell them anything.
I can
The
just
women
say
are
this.
teaching them how to eat vegetarian, how Paul's writings aren't, the law, or you should disregard Paul's writings, to be disobedient to their husbands, how to not raise their children right. You are your own woman. They don't teach them anything. They should immediately take these women and be like, you want to be a righteous woman, a virtuous woman, as Sirach chapter 26 talks about? Go read Numbers 30. Get that down as a wife.
Yep.
Get it down that you aren't to vow anything. And if your husband takes away that vow, it's gone. That's a great starting point.
I think that there are very few women who even do, well, I ain't gonna say who maybe they want to teach, maybe their husband have taught them well, but I would say it's very few women coming in that even want to be taught by
Right.
another woman.
Right.
I mean, from what everything I done seen, whether it be in comments, questions, or things of that nature, most of the women coming in think that the women who are proven in marriage are stomped down idiots. They
Mm,
Yep.
think they're foolish. So I
that's
think
true.
one of the problems is the women coming in have a very low respect level for women that are seasoned, women that are proven. And when I say proven, meaning their husband actually can sign off on their behavior, on how they have been teaching his children.
Yep.
So I'm just being real, and it goes beyond age groups. I mean age barriers too, and color spectrums.
Yep.
What I see a lot of times with the people just coming in, they have already been uh primed up by some false ministry, because there's a lot of false ministries out there that tell them exactly what we're talking about. Hey, your husband is not he don't read the Bible to you enough, so now you can leave.
Man. Woo.
Or he
That's
he
it.
wants to, he wants to come out, and but you don't like bugs, so you should wait on Yah to kill him like Nabal. I mean, you got all of
Right.
these weird things going on where people are talking, they're misconstruing the word. So a lot of times the older women and like I said, or the seasoned married women, they don't have a chance because these women come in with their own mind already made up about what they think they know about Torah, what they
That's
think
it.
they know about the New Testament, what they think they know about marriage, even though most of them have either where they have been in relationships, had children, but I'm talking about not actually. What? How can I say this? They haven't been in marriage long enough to have proven that they actually can handle marriage.
Right.
You know, they think a lot of times these new recruits come in thinking that vagina equals marriage.
Yep.
Not so.
Sex equals marriage. No, it don't.
Nope. Because sex could be the bomb, you know, it could just be, you know, everything that it needed to be. But if you ain't got submission and obedience and your attitude straight, hey, you ain't gonna cut it.
That's
right.
true.
I think that's one of the big problems, you know, is that people leave Egypt and they think that because they left Egypt, they left the physical location of Egypt, they immediately assume that they're Israel.
Yes, sir.
Israel left Egypt and they were still complaining to go back to Egypt. And that's what a lot of women do. They leave Egypt and then suddenly, there you go, Brother Journey Acres, betrothal equals marriage. And there ain't no sex in betrothal. So there goes that idea that sex equals marriage, because the Bible says that a woman who's betrothed and knows another man, has sex with another man outside of her husband, has committed adultery.
Yep.
So that lets you know that sex don't equals marriage. Sex equals the
consummation of a marriage. Right.
And the consummation of a marriage. But it don't mean marriage.
Right.
But a lot of people, they pick up and they leave so-called Egypt, men and women, just to look back and want Egypt again, or they hold on to the ways of Egypt.
Yes, sir.
So we got women that leave Egypt, they leave the Egyptian way of what they call the world, but the whole time they operating in this so-called faith, they still are Egyptian.
Yep.
They're just an Egyptian with a head cover on skirt.
Yep.
That's it. If your husband is like, hey, you need to be quiet, and you arguing, that's Egypt.
Man.
If you ain't being taught by somebody that's walking this faith out, and I mean literally walking it out. We have a stream coming up with the sisters. It's going to be our normal time slot on 6-day night or Friday night. If you listen to what they're saying, you like, well, I couldn't do that. Egypt.
And you know what? You probably telling the truth. You probably sure right. You can't do it because you're still Egyptian.
Egyptian.
But just call it for what it is.
And we're not saying that our wives are perfect.
Nope.
But if they're acting Egyptian, I can go to them and be like, hey, you know, you learned that from, right? And they kind of have that look like, shit, I do know where I learned that from. It ain't me. And if it ain't me, because the Bible says that if a woman's to learn anything, ask her husband at home. So if you didn't learn it from your husband and you went in my house, where'd you learn it from?
That's true.
Egypt. Well, I learned it from my pastor. Well, where in the Bible does it say, wives, learn from your pastor?
Nowhere.
But what culture do you see that happen?
Egypt.
You learn that in Egypt. You learn your husband's a little pussy peon who needs to sit under your pastor. And you learn from the pastor and he learned from the pastor, and then y'all can Bible study about it.
Yeah.
I don't Bible study with my wives. I teach them.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
We don't have Bible study. I don't sit down and have Bible study with them. Hey, babies. Sister Tanisha, Sister Ebony, we about to have Bible study. Nah, I'm about to teach
bat
you.
Scriptures back and forth.
That's exactly what it is.
Bible study.
The Royal Rumble of Scriptures.
Yep. Let's see who's the last one standing this Shabbat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's exactly what that sounds like, too.
Man.
If you and your wife study the Bible and y'all leave the Bible study mad at each other, you had a Bible study. You didn't teach her.
Nope.
And many of y'all brothers know what I'm talking about. You sit down with your wife and you try to teach her and you leave the conversation. Y'all leave the study pissed off at each other because y'all have 18 disagreements. The Bible was not supposed to be there for us to draw us apart. It was supposed, if she's yours, it was supposed to be there for you to teach her the Bible. She listening. But as Brother Andre said, you having a Royal Rumble. The referee had to count you out. It was a falls count anywhere match. Hell in a Cell.
Man.
I looked up and saw Sister Brock had a comment earlier. She said something along the lines of women are women's worst enemy. And that's an older woman. It's sad that she would even have to say that, but she knows it's true.
Yes, sir.
It's sad that go ahead.
I was gonna say, if she gave advice to sisters, they'd be like, "Well, I ain't listening to you because you old."
Right. That's exactly what they would say. Times have changed. All of a sudden now, times have changed. Y'all has changed. It's really on the lines of what we talking about with why we tabernacle. I didn't even hear some people talking about they ain't even thinking about tabernacling, atonement, unleavened. You know they ain't thinking about unleavened bread when niggas is eating hamburgers on unleavened bread and biscuits and gravy. You know that they not think they're acting as if there's a groups of people out here now where the faith is so diluted. They act as if the feast days is done away with, even though it's saved from what? Generation to generation. Forever.
Man.
Forever.
Hey, they on a new plan. They'll get around to it, in several years.
Right. That's crazy. Hey, coming out of her, my people now mean you got 15 years.
Coming out of her means set a plan up where you can stay in Egypt long enough to come out at the speed and pace that you want to, when you're ready, when you feel like it, when you're ready to pay the sacrifices. There it is. Let me live my life. You know what, nigga? Live your life. But when the locusts and the plague of darkness and the blood and the hail,
man,
and when I cross over the Red Sea and you still on the other side, don't come calling for me.
That's it. Hey,
I have not sent no life raft to help you out. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, I apologize. I was interrupting. I was just saying because y'all's always giving choice. So hey, you know what? If you feel like y'all's command to come out was a suggestion to you, on a payment plan or maybe 1 year plan, hey, he give you choice. Choose you this day.
Ooh.
But when the consequences come, just remember, y'all gave you a choice.
Yep.
And you chose.
You made your choice.
Yep.
Damn.
So when you start reaping that which you sown, don't be looking around like, man, where did all these weeds come from? Why'd I got a field full of thorns and thistles? I thought I planted. Well, actually, man, I didn't even plant. That's why I'm hungry. That's why I'm starving. I didn't plant anything. I was gonna get around to it. I was planning on it someday.
Woo! Sister Elaine said, waiting for a sign from y'all to come out of her, and there's food storage, or food shortages, and vaccination mandates. And you still looking for a sign to come out.
Yeah, that needle is that needle seems to be a sign for a lot of people. At least that's what they are currently deceiving themselves to think. A lot of them still ain't gonna move. They'll just still keep sitting there and have to be injected. Mark my words.
Yep.
They're just, they're in a slight stage of continued denial. And then they'll just say, you know what? He'll forgive me. He understands.
And when you look at that verse, brothers, it says, come out of her, my people. Come out of where? It says that you be not a partaker of her plagues. Well, what place were you to come out of that you don't Egypt. Get the plague? Egypt.
Yes, sir.
So, here's one interesting question. Journey Acres, yes, I do the 7-year let my fields rest. Yes, sir, I do. The Jubilee year of the land, yes, the Shabbat for the land, I do that. Yes, sir. But I've been thinking about that, and now here's the question I want to pose to you, brothers. And I like the panel to ask this question. And a sister asked this question to me. Now I think she knows the answer already, but I'm gonna pose it to y'all. Is come out of her, my people, the same for a man and for a woman?
No, it's totally different.
Woo!
Totally different. Totally different. Totally different.
So what is it for a man and what is it for a woman? Because you're supposed to be coming out of her, y'all's people that you do not partake of the sins or to be a partaker of the plagues. Well, how did a woman come out in biblical times? I leave it to y'all.
She got married.
100%. 100%. That was really the only way outside of traveling with her father or the head kinsman. Like, watch his blood. I ain't talking about no spiritual fathers, spiritual pastors, or whatever this stuff, this Jim Jones type mentality people have. We're not talking about that. If she was super young, she was with her father. And then if she was at marital age, she was with her husband. She was married off.
And if she was not in the age bracket, she had a next of kin. That could be a son, an uncle, somebody of blood that she could come out with.
Yep, because if you don't say blood, people will go get some Tom and Jerry type dude and say, this is my covenant. And guess what? Even though the women don't want to hear it, your covenant is not your son that's like 15 years old, 18 years old. Don't try that.
He has to be able to maintain himself.
Right. You like 40-something or 50-something, and you know he live with you. You paying all the bills and everything. That ain't covenant. Don't try that.
That son, in order to be a covering, he had to have already been moving on the vision that Yah gave him. And in his honor towards you, his mother, he gonna cover you because your father, your husband gone. That's just real.
Yes, sir.
Woo! So you mean that a woman didn't just say, I'm coming out? Hey, brother. Hey, I'm just asking. Because this is what she asked me. Hey, brother, I bought some land. Is that her coming out?
No.
Oh, that's an Egyptian train of thought.
No.
Damn. She just relocated.
That's all.
Uh-oh. Let's watch the numbers drop right now. We had 38 people before I said that. Now we got 35. Let's see how far down it go.
Hey, you already know she never even. First of all, she don't know if her future husband is even gonna be at that. See, that's ass backwards. I'm gonna go buy some. I'm a woman. I'm gonna go buy some land in hopes that some man will be there. That don't work like that. I done heard a bunch of that stuff. I done heard young women say, let's say they lived in we just use Alabama. They'll say, oh, well, I only want to get married to guys that are in Alabama. You didn't just cut, you don't know what y'all was gonna do, but you didn't just cut his whole plan down if you was gonna be submitted. And that's the thing. They talk submission, they talk obedience, they talk, oh, I'm a daughter of Zion, I'm precious in the Lord's sight. No, you're not, because you still doing stuff on your own. That ain't precious in the Lord's sight. That's just you.
That's just you. Because all she's really doing is looking for a man that's going to do her vision on her land.
That's it. Yep.
That's all it was. What man can I find that's going to come and move with me? That's
only a simp.
Yes, sir. Hey, he already know when he move over there, everything is stacked against him. Only you do is call the police department when you have an argument. In a few minutes, we'll see who the victor is.
Yep.
Sister Elaine Brock said, does anything she brings into the marriage belong to the husband? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And that's why a lot of these women want their own stuff. and they want him to come to them. They want him to give up his stuff because now who owns it? She'll say, "Baby, all this is yours." Well, then if it's all mine and you disobey, and I say, "This marriage is over. Leave." Is she gonna leave her own property?
Never.
Nope. No, and she ain't gonna hesitate to tell you all about it.
No. I bought this shit with my own money before you was even here, nigga. I ain't leaving shit. You leave it.
Yep.
And then guess who she gonna call? She gonna call the taskmasters, and the taskmaster gonna beat your ass and put you in cuffs and drag you off her land.
Yep.
Man.
Shoot. Well, not today. You might just get shot. Shoot.
Wow.
Right.
Yep.
Try to play that. Well, I'm a Hebrew from the tribe of Yehuda. You're gonna hear bang.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we got some Yehuda compass. That's what they're gonna tell you. Yep. Shoot.
You know, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm wondering to myself, you know, and I know it's an Egyptian type mentality, but I'm just like, what woman trusts you with her body, meaning vagina, but she don't trust you with things?
Oh, brother,
she don't trust you with marriage. She don't trust you with the word.
Can you please go in on that Egyptian mindset? I'll give you some pussy. I'll give you all of it. But I'm not going to turn over my stuff to you. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to obey you. But I'll let you tag it up anytime you want.
I mean, when I really look at that, I think that would be really, when we talk about Egypt, I find that to be like that of a harlot. You know what I mean? Because everything is for sale other than the important. I mean, everything to you is for sale. The important things you don't want the man to touch. Like your spirit. You don't want him to teach you so that he can get some things inside your spirit. So guess what you'll learn how to be? Self-correcting. He won't have to say anything because he been teaching and preaching the word to the point of where when you notice things about yourself, you auto-correct.
Wow.
Kind of like when we be typing on our phone with the little text message deal. See, I don't understand that type of mindset where you say, well, I'll marry you so we can have sex because it's been a long time. But you know what? I don't want you to have any of my personal effects. I'm trying to lead that to little June, knowing that little June is a thug in the hoodlum.
Oh, man.
And he really need an ass whooping instead of a inheritance.
Man.
Because you're gonna spend your life, or this man know that you're gonna spend up your life savings bailing this son out of jail. Or always sending money over to your daughter that you know may be a harlot and got a bunch of kids all over the place. See, I don't understand. I never understood why women can say, "Oh yeah, I want you to love me down, but please don't speak into my spirit."
Yep.
Please don't. Hey, I hope you ain't looking for none of this money. I hope you got your own. That whole thing is like a harlot type spirit.
Yes, sir.
The coochie is for sale.
But you know when a man tell her, like, when they come to bedtime, he be like, "Hey, bend it over. Bend it over."
They do everything.
Oh, like this? Yeah,
yep.
Now twerk it. Like this?
Yes,
Master,
sir.
Master
yes,
King.
Sir.
King, is this how you like it? But then when it comes to any other part of life, when he like, "Hey, we going this way. I ain't going that way. You going by yourself." Wait a minute.
Man.
Weren't you just saying, when I said twerk it, you wanted me to make sure, you were making sure that you were doing it to the level that I liked it. Now suddenly, when I said, see, you're right. That's that horror spirit.
Yes, sir.
So we call out you hoes. Not the kind of hoes that West Home Forge make. They're the good hoes. We're talking about hoes.
We do love them hoes.
I love them hoes. Woo! Thank you, West Home Forge. We're talking about you hoes that everything. See, women be talking about, all y'all brothers wanted sex. Huh? Actually, I'm homesteading. If If you want to know what that, if I'm really about, if that's all I'm about, ask the wives. They'll tell you many times they are left disappointed. I'd be like, nah, I'm saying, man, you looking good, but
yeah, hey, that's it.
They come in.
I tell them all the time. I say, man, I'm gonna have to take a nap. I know it's about midnight, but I'm gonna have to catch you about 3 or 4 because I'm tired as hell.
Yep. And you know what, brother? And I'll do that. I'll be like, baby, man, y'all looking, man, woo. How about this? I'm gonna take a 1 hour nap from 10 to 11, and I'll be up at 11. I'll wake up. It's 11 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Oh man.
Yeah, they be bumping you like. They be yawning. What are you doing? I just won't go into the bathroom. When did you ever roll on top of me to go to the bathroom? And why are you still there? Why are you dry humping me talking about you going to the bathroom?
Right.
So I'm trying to hear all that.
Hey, did you have to get fully undressed to go to the bathroom? What?
Oh man. Yep.
Right. But that's because we're working hard. So if y'all want a proper perspective of how us brothers do it, just ask the wives. They'll let you know. They'll let you know that they go to bed more times with it unfulfilled.
Yep.
Because I'm just tired.
Well, I'll just say this. Because it could be that. It could just be something like, hey, my brother's just called.
Right. That's true.
Yep.
That is true.
What y'all gonna say about that? I get a phone call. My duo will be like,
It happened today. and it was already done. Like, I mean, I had just barely spoke. I mean, it literally just left my mouth. And my duo went off. The person just looked like, they already knew.
Man. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I had just fired that thing up this morning on y'all. Oh, man. I think I'm going to have to text first next time.
No,
I just text first.
You good. That just goes to, that whole myth is just bullshit. Nah, ain't, that ain't what it's about. Not solely. Now we want it, but this whole mentality of that's all we after. Nah.
Yes, sir. And then guess what? What you just said is gonna be mind blowing for most, because most men have not even been taught that your time goes not. We already know it goes to your family, but when your brothers call,
man,
I mean, we drop what we doing. And I don't feel no kind of way either. I'm like, what Brother David just said is real. Because I don't even if it happened to me, I don't feel no kind of way. I'd be like, nah, that's what it is.
Nope.
This serious.
We had a good conversation, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now when I look at it, shit, we talked for about an hour or so.
Yeah. It felt like 5 minutes.
Yes, yep.
Man.
That just lets you know that for us men that really about our business, there's a lot more that's going on than pussy. How about this? And I'm gonna keep it real for y'all, for those of y'all who in the chat. And it's gonna sound bad, but it's not bad. Just listen with understanding and not your feelings. In order to have pussy, don't you gotta feed it?
Oh man, yes sir.
Don't you have to nurture it?
Yes sir.
You have to love it. You got to train it. You got to make sure that you're giving the best of you to it.
Yes,
because
sir.
We're husbandmen. It's not just about, well, I'm going to put my penis in it. No, there's a lot more that goes into this than just bending her over.
100%, sir.
And if you're wise, you'll put a fence around your field so somebody else ain't planting their seed in your field.
Oh man.
Somebody about to find out your pastor's the one who's bending her over.
Man.
So I look at the reality of this thing. The reality of it is some of y'all about to have some pussy that's dehydrated and starving.
Man.
There's a lot more to it. Are y'all loving it? Are you washing it by the water of the word?
Right.
And when I say the word pussy, I'm saying that in an understanding that I'm not talking about the item itself, the whole itself. I'm talking about there's a lot more to a woman than just having sex.
Absolutely.
That we
That's
consider.
a very small percentage of it.
That's a small percentage.
I was just looking at Tammy Dorsey's comment. It says, unfortunately, we have been taught not to value what Yah made sacred. I remember my mother said, men come a dime a dozen. I later found out it's the other way around.
Oh, man.
We have so much to unlearn.
Man. Wow.
Sister Tammy, you killing this stream right now.
Man.
I don't
It
even
really
think
is.
I don't even think it's the opposite. I think that, you got simps come a dime a dozen. They do. Just like hoes come a dime a dozen.
Yes, they
But
do.
when you find a real wife, you find a wife, that's a rarity. That you found a good thing. But that ain't saying when you find a hoe, that's when you find a wife. And it's the same with a woman that, simps are a dime a dozen. Like we were talking about earlier. These women that go looking for these dudes to just scratch their itching ears. Hey, some abundant supply of them. They don't have to look hard. But to find someone that's gonna be able to have the fortitude to stand up and tell you the truth and correct you, now that's a rare thing.
Man.
So to find a real man, a righteous man, that's a rarity. Yep. That's why it's so difficult to find brothers.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That's why it's difficult to find brothers, because we've seen even just the 3 years or however long that we've been doing feast days together and stuff. Dudes come in and out like it's just sad.
Yeah, it's a revolving door. To be honest.
Right. And they was on fire, right? They was all about this life. They was all for it. In their mind, they thought they was.
Yep.
And they didn't even come out and live nothing. They just came over for a feast day or whatever. It was like, oh man, no, these dudes, they ain't gonna just these brothers real. They'll call me on some bullshit. And we let a lot of stuff slide.
Yes, sir. Oh,
a lot of stuff slide. Dudes be talking for hours on end on all kind of crazy stuff that you already know. Like, that math don't add up. I don't know how you did all this at the same time.
Right.
We ain't just calling folks out on every little thing.
No.
But folks,
and a lot of times that calling out is not even we don't put you on blast. We'll just let you know, like, hey, what's good? And a lot of times they come to us and they'll tell us, hey, I did this.
That's
and I'm like, hey, cool. Let's walk this out. I'll be there with you. And you find out you're walking out their life more than they're walking out their own life.
There it is.
You care more about them turning back to Egypt than they care about turning back to Egypt.
That's the truth right there, brother.
And you over there hurt as a brother, like, hey, brother, we're supposed to be going this way, brother. Let's go, brother.
Yeah.
Brother, you don't understand. No, I get it. I've been there. Let's go. Come on, brother. Let's go. We can do this. You care about them more than they care about themselves. And then they turn back, get their life all jacked up, and they want to come to you with a jacked up story about their life.
There it is.
And you ain't trying to hear at that moment in time. I put my love and my care in you. I care for you deeply.
Labored with you for hours.
Man, I cried when you cried. I hurt when you hurt. But I wasn't going to fluff you up and make you feel good about your situation.
Man.
Then you found the brother to turn back to Egypt. Now he's in Egypt and trapped in chains in Egypt. There ain't no going back to save them. Hey, sorry.
And then them jokers just at that point they just want to rock with other enslaved brothers too.
That's
they
right.
They don't want to mess with freemen at that point. They want them enslaved niggas.
Yeah.
And that's really what's going on today. we have a lot of dudes who swear they field Negroes who are stuck in the closet in the master's house.
That's good right there, brother. Man, I was just thinking about how we done laid it on the line. Do you know when I think about it, we done told guys after they asked for our counsel. We done told guys about bad places they done moved to. Some folks didn't even know where their land was located at. We marching around properties that don't even belong to us, and we the only black guys out there in that area that I saw.
We were trespassing on some other people's property in land where the houses were probably out here in the Ozarks, easy, $250,000 to $500,000.
Yes, sir.
And here you got a bunch of off-grid niggas just walking around on somebody else's property because the dude couldn't read a map.
Following this brother because he got the survey upside down.
Hey, and what I guess what I'm saying is we didn't have to say, because they was for buying the land now. We didn't have to say, we could have went along and say, you know what? That's a great deal, brother. Go with it. Even though we knew it was wrong. But because, and we already said, well, they probably ain't gonna like what we got to say, but we need to tell them anyway. Now I look at all of this energy and effort that was put into doing that to say, hey, brother, don't waste your money. Because first of all, them folks up there gonna run your behind off with the plans that you got.
Yeah.
And the other part is this shit is on a cliff. This is on a cliff.
I'm looking at another wife, and one of the wives had children that were young, and he wanted to build his homestead on the edge of the Grand Canyon.
Come right out the back door. And,
man.
Oh,
and like I said, you know, Brother Andre, what he was on, because as soon as we pulled up, me and Brother David get out, we were like, this is some bullshit. But we're gonna walk it. Maybe there's a clearing where it's nice. But I had get out the truck, look down, and say, I ain't walking down this mud effort. That's some bullshit.
Yep. Hey, Chris, remember I kept saying, well, man, I mean, at least it ain't that property over there, because if it was that property over there, it wouldn't be nothing you could do with it.
Brother David said it like 50, I'm not joking, he said it probably 20 times, like, you know, at least this one got some trees, and then that one over there, that one over there. At least they that one. Nigga had the map upside down.
Yeah.
Brother David's like, let me see this map. Because we were like, where are these power lines at? And he was like, well, I don't see them. Brother David said, let me see the map. I can read a map. Pick up the map. This is what Brother David did. You had the map upside down. Your property is the one over there. The one we were talking about, that said, at least it's not that one. That's exactly where. And we were trespassing the whole time.
Yeah. Cars slowing down and looking at us.
They knew we was in the wrong place.
We probably had the cops calling us. We just beat them out of there.
Yep.
So, hey, so when you talk about there's no, you know, there are plenty of simp dudes, no real brothers. See, I think the problem is we're actually trying to do that. We're actually imitating the book. We're actually trying to create real brotherhood by saying, hey, man, you going to be wasting your time getting a piece of property that's uphill both ways. That ain't going to work for you.
Brother, you can't go off-grid and have goats and cows when you look around the area and nobody has a single animal out here.
Right.
These are like vacation homes.
Yeah, their outbuildings look like, you know, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 buildings.
Right. Right.
And you talking about, you know, bringing several mobile homes to back them or put them together. Now, them folks would have ran you out of town faster than you got set up.
Yes, sir.
I want to read some comments real quick because I saw Sister Elaine and Sister Priscilla talking. This shit real. Sister Elaine said, my outlaw father taught me that never bother a man when he just got home from work while he has a hammer in his hand or he was working on a bike or car. Give him space. You will be very happy later. Sister Priscilla said, yes, Elaine, and have his home clean and his dinner done. Sister Priscilla said, no one eats till daddy at the table. Sister Elaine said, and you cook what he likes. Everyone else needs to learn to like it.
Man. Woo.
Sister Priscilla said, yes, ma'am. That's why some of y'all need to talk to some of these older sisters in the faith.
Yes,
because while you judging and saying she was a biker, these bikers have more honor than 99% of you so-called Israelitists.
Yes, sir.
They understand a code and will honor that code more than you would ever understand. Because in some of these outlaw communities, if you didn't honor it, that meant death.
Mm.
And what y'all don't understand is you don't honor this Torah, this law, it means death.
Yes, sir.
You just don't care about it because the death isn't immediate. And the Bible says because judgment is not expedited expediently, it is fully set in the heart of man to do wicked.
Mm.
Because the punishment don't come tomorrow, you like, well, see, I'm just skating by. Y'all ain't really mad at me. And then when y'all start whooping your ass, what you start doing? You want somebody to give you deliverance. Hey,
That's
pastor, deliver these oppressive demons off me. Nah, that's called reaping and sowing.
Mm-hmm.
The man is the man of the house, and the women shut up and follow.
This is that. In the biker community, the man is the man of the house, and the women shut up and follow.
Hallelujah.
That's sad, brother. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Now we got now every sister is Deborah now,
Mm.
and they don't even understand that story.
Man, I didn't know the biker community code was that strong. That make these, as you say, Israelitish women look terrible.
Let me look
Yes,
at
sir.
these numbers again. Anybody left? I know
Yeah,
Sister Elaine and Sister Priscilla here. Anybody else left?
We got we have three sisters. We have Sister Tammy, Sister Elaine, and Sister Priscilla, and that's it.
Yeah, it was at 40. You up down to 30 now.
Yeah, we have 40 people now. We're down to 30.
Hey, they said 5 dropped off real quick. My folks say 5 dropped off real
Oh
quick
yeah,
on
Sister
that.
Lisa McKinney's here. Sister Lisa McKinney, Sister Tammy, Sister Priscilla, and Sister Elaine.
Yeah, the real ones stand up.
Yeah,
No doubt. No doubt.
man.
Yeah.
That's
And you
what
know
we
when they
need.
stand up, they proud to stand up too.
Hallelujah. The hoes be dropping off.
The hoes
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, what?
They're like, man, we was made with some aluminum.
Hey.
Mother Imabina's in the house too. Mother Imabina. You notice
Oh,
that
man.
these are either married women or older women.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The hoes be like, woo, we out.
Hey, they said, I thought they was talking about Tabernacles. I'm out of here.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Sister Michelle, Miss Ma'am Tube's in the house still. I forgot. Forgive me, Miss Sister Michelle.
Hallelujah.
And tribal ladies in here. Like I said,
Hallelujah.
the married and the older sisters are in the
Yep.
house.
Mm.
That's the ones that's been through some stuff and they ain't playing games. They know what it is.
They ain't playing no games with the Father.
Yep.
Their salvation, they ain't playing.
Wow. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Everybody else love Egypt.
Hey, too many of y'all. Too many people.
Y'all
Too many of y'all.
Hell no. Go ahead, Brother Jay.
Andre with the organ.
Oh man.
Woo! Hey, I'm glad those sisters stood up though,
Yes,
because
sir.
y'all would be the ones we talking about that they ain't gonna want to hear from y'all.
Yep.
That's just straight
Absolutely.
up. Everybody's looking for the easy way out. how can they continue to not do what y'all called them to do? According to, we talking about reading the book. I'm not talking
Yes,
about
sir.
y'all spoke to you in some dream or prophesied over you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
Nope.
a lot of people are looking for a prescribed way to do this, to live this life, and it's in the book. So they would
Yep.
rather evade everything that y'all has written for them to do, and just so somebody else can go do it for them. That goes for men too. That's why men
Yep.
are seeking some kind of supposed elder counsel so they can lay
Man,
back and do nothing.
that's it. That's it.
Yes.
But by the same
Man,
token, they would say they need a wife. No, you don't need a wife. That's why your pastor, that's
Yep.
why your elder really is the one that is maintaining your new wife or your
How
man.
wanna
about
be. I
this?
say your wanna be wife, because most
How about
pastors.
this?
I'm gonna just say something. Y'all know most men will not try another man about a woman that he is serious about. So I just keep it 100. If your
Yes.
pastor or your elder deacon, whoever he is, that is put a roadblock in between you and your supposed wife, fiance, whatever you want to call it, betrothed, that's because he know you a sucker.
That's it.
Yep.
Because he wouldn't try a real man like that. Men know that
Yep.
Sure
we
wouldn't.
live by a code. So a lot of times, some of you brothers that want to subvert the word, go around the word, be evasive with y'all, and act like you don't know how to come out. You act like you don't know how to even come out in your mind, not just physically, but even in your mindset. Guess what?
Yes.
That's how your pastor is able to run game on you.
That's
Yep.
right.
He
That's
know
it.
that you is a servant. He know you are a
Yep.
sucker, not just a servant. He know you're a sucker, and guess what? More than likely, the woman that he's able to pull from you, she know it too.
Yep.
She know the difference.
Damn.
She know you ain't a man.
I gotta look at these numbers again real quick because I know that just punched
Well,
some folks in the belly right there.
we got two thumbs downs. By the end of this stream, we'll probably have 5 or 6.
Hey, I'm gonna just call them. I'm gonna just call those guys what we call those in goats. Or I think in cow brothers they might have to correct me. I think that's a steer. When you cut the balls off or you
That's
castrate
right.
a
That's a
okay.
Castrated.
steer.
Well, for
Yes, sir.
goats, I believe they call weathers.
Yeah,
Weatherers.
weathered. Weathered.
So guess what? That's what's going on. And
Yes,
as long, I'm
sir.
gonna just tell you, men, I'm gonna put you on notice until you actually do what y'all have called you to do by coming out, being a man first, and then you'll be able to obtain a family. You're gonna forever be castrated. Some man is
Yep.
always gonna be over you, one way or the other. And if it ain't a man, guess what? It's gonna be even worse because it's gonna be a woman.
Well, here's the
So it
thing,
ain't no
Man.
though.
way
You know,
around.
when you get castrated, you can't put them balls back on.
That's true.
And
That's
many of
over.
you men, that's a lifetime thing of dealing with the fact that you gave away your manhood and you will never get it back again. That's why you have to stay with the person that castrated you.
Yep. Man.
I mean, that's the same thing that the slave master did to the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna castrate this dude, and he gonna be loyal to me because that I'm removing that ability for testosterone to be created for him
Man.
to ever stand up. Because even if he stands up and runs, who's gonna want him? He ain't got no testicles.
No, sir.
He can't even reproduce.
Man.
That's why they go after the testicles so fast. And some of y'all women, I'm just gonna be real. Some of y'all don't live this life, and you already done know. You let the best thing that was ever in your life pass you by.
Mm.
Yep.
I'm just being real. You let the best thing that could ever be there, that your salvation just walked by you. And you were
That's a
so
fact.
much into your wickedness, into Egypt, into having your way, because that's the way it was in Egypt. When you were in Egypt, you had this. When you were in the world, you had this. When you were, everything done passed you by.
Man. That's
And now
it.
look what you're stuck with.
Time
See,
after
what
time,
happens is that when
opportunity
you
after
have to
opportunity.
reap what you sown, and you got to look at it all, suddenly now it ain't worth it. But it was sure worth it. You had no problem being prideful, being wicked, talking shit, doing whatever the hell you wanted to. And
Yep.
now when you face the facts, what is it? Now COVID's knocking down your door.
Mm.
The zombie plague. You don't know what's about to happen to you. Can't pay your rent. Your the rent moratorium done expired. Now suddenly marriage sound real good. Now you ready to get humble. That's not how this shit works. This shit don't work on your time frame.
Hey, because that's a
When
deception.
you ready. This shit works on y'all's time frame, and y'all gave you an allotted time. He gave you, at some point in time, the opportunity.
That's it.
If you blow it, that's on you. Just eat it.
Man.
Brother Chris.
Yes, sir.
Some of these women who had that same mentality, thinking, "Oh, I don't have to worry about changing now. If y'all blesses me with a man, I'll change at that point." Then they get in a situation. Some of y'all done had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 10 years of mercy and grace to change and to fix it, to get with the program, to be obedient, to live that which you say you believe, and you won't even do it with a righteous man. So some of y'all just now out there on your own with no excuses. Only thing you have to look at is the mirror. Hey, I fucked this up. I did it.
Man.
It wasn't him. It wasn't that y'all didn't give me another opportunity. He did. And just like I did before, I messed this one up too.
Man.
Because it was too difficult for me to just simply follow instructions. It was too difficult for me to just simply run his program. And now I'm alone. Now I can't even control my own weight, my own intake. I'm just out of control.
Whoa, man, brother, you burning
You find
it
out
down.
your own program is leading you straight to hell, but you had to try that out, didn't you?
Yep.
You had to know for yourself. Well, your husband, your father knew your program was fucked up from the get-go.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of times, men, we lose our vision spending our time trying to change a fucked up program from somebody that is determined to run it.
Yeah,
You know that as soon as they hit that enter key and it starts executing their program, it's a virus. You know it's a virus. And you are doing your damnedest to stop them from hitting the enter key. And when you ain't looking, when you don't know what's going on, they want to sneak up there and hit enter. And then when the shit starts blowing up and they start losing files, all of a sudden they say, Father, in the name of Yeshua, Ben Yeshua, oh Adonai, Father Adonai, oh please come into me, oh little Boko Shia, oh little Boko, oh Yahoo. Now you want to call on him. What does the Bible say? Proverbs 1 says, he gave you counsel. You didn't want to hear it.
So now
you're going to eat the fruit of your ways.
That's it.
Man.
When that whirlwind comes, when that destruction comes as a whirlwind, y'all going to laugh at you.
Yep.
And if you really had it in your heart, I'm really repentant, then let the whole world know you're repentant then. Shout it out from a rooftop. Tell the whole world how wrong you are. We ain't gonna do that, are we? We ain't gonna do that because we want to guarantee. If I do this, you gonna bless me, right? Now he may bless you by simply this. He ain't gonna whip your ass as much. It don't mean you're gonna get everything back. It just means you're gonna get your ass whipped as much. Because you know how it is. If Yah does what we want him to do, then we'll do it. If he guarantees us, if I go do this, then I'll do it.
Man.
That ain't Yah. Yep, that's Satan.
That's good stuff. Hey, I got a question for y'all, brothers. Do you think, and the only reason I'm asking, because my mind, when you was talking earlier, my mind went to the woman with the issue of blood. So my question is, do you think that the reason that the sisters or women are acting this way is because they're not desperate enough. They haven't went through enough. They don't have. It's not like they don't. I mean, I believe that woman with the issue of blood, she really understood that her life depended on it.
Absolutely.
I think she saw Yeshua walking by, and she said, "Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna let my salvation walk by me and miss this opportunity."
Yes, sir.
But you know what, brother? She
Go ahead.
also had to know she was unclean, and women today don't know they're unclean.
Man,
In order to even have it in your spirit to say, I need to go to the Messiah. I need to go to that man right there. That's my salvation. You have to look at yourself and be like, I'm not clean. But today, people don't say they unclean. They say, Yah done changed me, and I got baptized in the old man of bed, and you know you're still the same person.
Yep.
In order to come to this walk, brother, in order for Yah to give to you what he's given to you, then you have to go to him first and be like, I'm fucked up. I'm unclean, Father. You should not really even approach me, because I am not worthy to be around you. And yet, if y'all still says, hey Chris, that's what I'm like. You still call my name? Uh-oh.
Man.
Oh, he dropped off. You still call my name, y'all? Even though you know that I'm unworthy? I know I'm unworthy. I know I don't deserve it. But you still calling my name? See, people can't even do that part. They can't even come to the Father in humility and say, I'm not worthy. A woman can't come and say, I'm unworthy to be married. I'm worthy to be married. Any man that be with me, he lucky. You and your children and your defiledness and everything else you got going on, and he the lucky one?
Hey, and dudes be the same way. We were talking about earlier. We're coming out.
Sir.
Dudes be the same way. Hey, y'all said come out. And we say, well, man, I'm working on it. Or I almost came out, but man, that situation was, I could do better than that. I can do better than this situation. You mean you want me to do this? I got to do that. I got to give this up. I got to give that up. Nah, I just go back and let me go back to the drawing board and see if I can work up a plan that doesn't really cost me anything.
Woo!
Let me see if I can take that approach of it, and just instead of saying, oh, hallelujah, I have an opportunity, I'm going to jump on it, because even that is more than I deserve.
Ooh, man.
That's because they like these groups that tell them, put on some white clothes and you clean because you came to us.
Man. Just don't come empty-handed.
I said you clean. So you clean now because I said you clean.
Yeah.
Brother Chris, just don't come empty-handed.
Don't come empty-handed either.
Hey,
so here's the difference.
We'll make sure, because we'll have somebody with a book. Make sure your name is written.
Make sure your name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life. The Lamb's Book of Life wants to know, what did you bring for me?
Man.
See, when you know you dirty and you come to the Father, you weren't expecting nothing.
Man.
Do we really understand what coming out of each is? Do you understand that it means you have to take a look at yourself? The Bible is all over the book. It talks about judging and examining oneself.
Yes, sir.
Did you
have to remember?
Yourself? What was that, brother?
And then you have to remember, because plenty of folks will look in the book or look in the mirror, and then they'll turn around and forget what manner of person they are.
Man, that's important. Because when you judge yourself and you say, I'm unworthy, not some religious bullshit, I'm unworthy. Because some of y'all are full of that religious I'm unworthy.
Yep.
Worthy.
Yep.
Worthy. You sing the songs and do all that shit.
Man.
But the reality of it, you think you really you really think that you are the prize.
Don't even believe it.
That's it.
And you don't even believe you unworthy. They don't even believe it. Because as soon as that man comes in and be like, well, what you worth? Shit, I know my worth. You do? You know your worth? How much you worth? Well, any man that get with me, he gonna be blessed. How do you know? Because let me talk to your exes. They would tell me you were a curse.
Man.
So how'd you come to the conclusion that you a blessing?
Based
That shit
on what?
crazy.
I wonder if that's partly why y'all hates pride so much.
Go ahead, tell them.
So I wonder if that's partly why y'all hates pride so much, because who are we to lift ourselves up to think we're worthy or deserve anything?
Right.
He hates that.
He hates
It's an
pride.
Yes,
abomination.
sir. Yes, sir.
An abomination pride is.
And what can you
And
do
he
with it?
said
What can you do with a
is.
prideful person?
There it is.
You can't tell them nothing.
You tell them what the book says, and they tell you that they're different.
They'll be trying to teach you.
Oh
They'll
man.
be wanting you to have Bible study in the form of a question.
Man. And the Bible clearly says pride goes before destruction. So check this out. Before you get destroyed, pride comes.
Man.
And some of y'all don't even know. Some of y'all have learned to live in shit so much that when you're in it, you don't even know how much you stink.
Yep. You ain't even itching.
That's the unclean part you was talking about.
There it is. You trying to convince niggas that you smell good. And Isaiah 3 says you're gonna have a stench because of your haughtiness.
That's it.
And we can smell that stench on you. We know this trick stinks. She smells like a urinal.
Yep.
Man.
Smell like straight up
That
duty.
brother right there, he stink. He smells like a urinal. But yet here they are trying to convince other people, I'm blessed and redeemed of the Most High. Nah, you're not. You're lying to yourself.
Yeah, I'm looking at Hand's comment. He says, I'm in PA and this food shortage is looking real. Now all these sisters trying to latch on because of fear.
Yeah, don't do it, brothers. Don't do it. They'll come in and tear everything you got up.
Hey, everything you work hard to build.
Yes, sir. Man.
Everything.
Oh.
Sister Angela, simple wife, grateful life. Simple life, grateful wife. Shalom, sister.
That's funny to me, guys. That's funny. Now everything is starting to look more serious because when they walk in them stores looking naked.
Yep.
Hey, they ain't got enough. They don't have enough finances to start throwing up anything.
Go ahead and read that.
Mr. Lane Brock, wait till the food is gone. Many women would be singing a different song, but then they would need to be examined under a microscope because they would be hiding their true agenda. Man.
There it is. His sister Elaine, she putting salt on a lot of y'all sisters' game.
Yep.
Y'all gonna come in swiveling hips. Yeah, baby. Woo! I'm gonna be like, wait a minute, you swiveling hips? Ebony, Tanisha, come swivel on hips. You see that? That's hip movement. I know.
Hey, and they not trying to be funny, but most of them are don't even have a mindset. Watch this, an Abishag mindset that they might have to be a blanket. If you told most women, you're not gonna be no wife, I got plenty of them. You're not gonna be no concubine, I got a few of them. You're gonna be a servant in the form of a blanket. When I'm cold, keep me warm.
Oh man.
How many people watch that? Because think about it. Most women want to come in bumping and jumping. Hey, they want to swing. They want to swing from the tallest dick. Just being real.
Hey, that's actually biblical, by the way. What are you talking about?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't even have that mindset where David just had somebody keep him warm. And guess what it said? This is the funny part. It said the men, he had such men that watch this, his cabinet of elders up under, watch this, well, counselors up under him, his elder counsel up under him. I'm gonna keep saying that, up under him, when it's sought out, something young and fair to keep their master warm.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Man.
Most women can't even fathom that. They be like, "Oh, he just said I'm gonna be a blanket, or I'm gonna be over the cleaning of the house, or I'm gonna be over this. How dare he?
Yes, sir. Yep.
My value is so high that I'm far above that. But what they fail to realize, your value was so high that he thought enough of you to even have you be a part of his home.
Man.
Man.
Brother. See, they ain't waiting for that conversation because let somebody. I'm wife material. So why you still single then?
Right.
You must not be too much wife material. I'm just waiting for the right man. But you should keep on waiting. Keep on waiting. Meanwhile, who's humble enough to come in and be like, I'll be a servant. I'll be a servant.
Mm-mm.
Because even if they say that, you know they really ain't trying to be no servant.
Right.
Now they trying to come in there running stuff.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Hey, I
They
saw a
trying to
comment up
come
there.
in telling the wife that's been there for years before then come and tell her how the program runs.
Yes, sir.
Woo!
Like,
Yes,
didn't
sir.
you just get here?
That's how they come in too.
Man.
Meanwhile, I'm in the corner praying that prayer. Father, anyone that's not supposed to be here, that don't have the heart or is deceptive and lying, take them out.
Yes,
They
sir.
don't know I'm praying that prayer.
Oh man. Hey, brother David, I heard you say that's biblical. What you was looking through the scripture over there? You had it phone?
Well, I'll wait. I'll wait.
You wait. All right, no problem, my brother. Because
Yeah,
you know they
yeah.
gonna think that's far fetched. They gonna say, "Oh, I
Well,
ain't coming here to be no blanket." Who he think he
yeah,
talking to? I wasn't a blanket for Pookie.
man.
I was his everything.
Folks better start reading this book. That's how I leave it
But
there.
that goes back to that defilement. So are you telling me that your worth is this high because you were with Pookie and Ray Ray?
Mm.
They determined your worth, and now you come in here and you want me to treat you like Pookie did? You want me to value you like Pookie?
Man.
Where in the Bible do you see that we are to value you the way you want to be valued?
Mm.
Where do you see it?
Man.
Ooh. Man.
Chapter and verse says you all about the Torah. I saw Sister Miss Mamtube. She had a question, but she never put it in here.
Fire away.
Yep. Please fire away.
Hey, I'm looking at G Rashid, and I'm not sure what the last part is, but it say latch on for some chicken wings because it's a shortage. He said, "Nah, Bill, not up in here." Oh man.
Woo!
Mm.
But she Lane killing it. She said Pookie and Ray Ray, who left you with 4 kids and disappeared. Woo!
Man.
Hey, that's the standard.
Man.
That's the standard that y'all fear men should uphold. Come on, man. Woo! Hey, I
Sister
saw a few,
Cassie, Shabbat Shalom.
hey, I saw a few comments back. Sister Cassie, wife of Narragate Homestead, she was just blowing down the doors when we was
Yes,
talking
she
about how we
was.
saved some brothers. I mean, we say the real dear and good brother of ours now, and she just brought it up when an old girl talk about this one girl was trying to get one of our brothers by promoting her supposed milkshake, and I believe
Oh,
Brother David
goodness.
must have jumped in there and said that milkshake was sour. He don't need none of that. We say that, brother, because that brother would guess what? He would have been in Simpville real easy.
Man.
Because the girl, but think about it, the girl thought that just because she was fine, that was enough.
A milkshake bring
How about
all the
this?
boys to the yard, but they
Yeah,
don't
that's
bring
what she
men.
thought. Hey,
How about
there we
this?
go, right there.
But see, here's the thing. Does it do any good if he saved you from one milkshake just for you to go to another one?
Nope.
Sadly, it
It
does
sure
not.
doesn't.
Nope.
Sure doesn't.
All you can do is
Man.
labor.
Right.
Damn.
They don't do nothing for us.
Damn.
Are y'all ready to leave Egypt? And I mean seriously, because you know you have to imagine what it was for the children of Israel to be raised in a culture for such a long time and then to break away from it. That's one of the biggest problems, is that even for those of us in this faith, we think that because we open up the Bible and start reading it, that we've broken away from this westernized Egyptian culture. You ain't done shit yet.
Nope. Wow.
You just read the instructions on how to break away, but you ain't broken away yet. Reading the instructions, watching a YouTube video on how to change an alternator didn't mean you changed the alternator.
And that's called being a hearer only. And we can go all in on those types.
You ain't a doer.
How to do it.
You've got to do it. You have to physically walk out of Egypt. And most people don't have the strength to physically get their ass up and walk out. You walk from Egypt, to Cairo. I'm like, nigga, you still in Egypt? No, I'm in
the
Cairo.
whole way.
Nigga, you still in Egypt? No, I'm in Cairo. Where's Cairo? The Middle East? Nah, you still in Egypt. And since you're still in Egypt, I'm telling you, you still in Egypt, and you offended by that.
Like, no, we're in America. Lest we let it go over some of y'all's head. You still in Egypt.
You still in Egypt. Still, look at the back of your dollar bill. Egypt. They flaunting it in front of your face. Look at this pyramid. Egypt. Okay, she said she answered her question. Okay. I don't know why it didn't post it.
It must have been a good question.
That's what I'm saying. It might have helped somebody else. That's why it kind of bothers me that it didn't show up. Because that question could have possibly helped somebody else.
Yep. Man.
People don't have an understanding of what Egypt is. We have some that try to make it completely physical, or some that try to over hyper spiritualize it.
Yes, sir.
The reality of it is we know what Egypt is. It's not just a way of thinking, it's a way of living. Are your kids in the public school system? Then you still Then you still in Egypt. Public assistance? Definitely in Egypt. Living in mom's extra bedroom? You don't even know what Egypt is. Woo!
No idea.
Man.
And you know what? She stirred up a question right there. Most people don't even really know what Egypt is. They think Egypt is, I'm growing my own food. I ain't in Egypt no more. That's one part of coming out of her.
Right. I bought some land.
Bought some land. I left the big city. You still in Egypt.
I picked up some bricks, some wood, and built a building.
Woo! Sister Priscilla said some are in an Egypt state of mind. Man, a lot, Sister Priscilla, are in an Egyptian state of mind. Sister, these sisters are on it.
Hey, Sister Elaine is blowing these folks back door off, Jack. Hey, when y'all just said something about you bought some land. Shit, we know some dudes that bought land and moved away from it. We know some dudes that actually bought land, started putting buildings on it and structures and doing all this work to it, and said, "Nah, I had enough of this." So that don't mean that they still in Egypt.
Man,
Man, a couple of them.
Man,
Matter of
I'm a preacher in Egypt now, brothers.
hey, off gridding. I ain't gonna even go off gridding. Coming out is tearing motherfuckers' head off. I'm just gonna put it like it is. Coming out is a bad dude. Coming out is putting a Rodney King plus on people. These men ain't holding up at all.
oh man,
That let us know what really happens. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If y'all forbid, but if a structure burned down over here at Shalom, I'm gonna build another one. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna move down to South Florida because my father and them live down there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
You mean
that.
that you ain't gonna feel like maybe y'all didn't call you there after all? Maybe he miscommunicated or you misheard.
Nope,
Man,
not gonna do it.
Look at what Brother Ken said, because we got a lot of so-called leaders in Israel discussing this topic. You still believe Biden is good and Trump is evil, or vice versa? Why we got leaders in this stage? What, Brother Ken? You didn't kick somebody's door in. Why we got so-called leaders in the faith talking about what's going on in the Egyptian presidency as if Trump was good, and they talking? Wasn't the point of Tabernacles the children of Israel's journey through the wilderness and the giving of the law?
Yes, sir.
So why are we still discussing about, well, Trump wouldn't have done this? Why are you discussing Egyptian politics, talking about you out of Egypt? You have to come out of her.
Yep.
Missed the point.
When you come out of Egypt, you realize both of them jokers ran by the same people, because it's two parts of the same bird.
Bam. For any of you who ever studied World War II, you do know that the same banks were paying for the Allies and the Axis, right? The same banks were loaning money for Hitler's army and for the Allies, right?
You think we lying?
It's the
Go look
same
it up.
people behind the scenes.
Yep.
What was that, bro, David?
I said, if y'all think we lying, go look it up.
Go look it up. I dare you. I dare you.
Hey, I really believe this, and I'm just gonna say this. This is gonna be a little bit different. I really believe that yes, they under the same, they all the same thing, but I do believe that Trump was like a wild card for these people in a way. But I think if he had kept it up now, if he had won another term, I believe they would have took his behind out, honestly, because they would have told him, you ain't running our program. You just supposed to be up here as a figurehead, and you try. I think the thing that got him was sometimes I almost feel like when I look at some of the things that went on, that he was going so far against what they was doing that's why they try to impeach him so much. Like I don't go for the government thing in general as far as who's right and who is wrong. But if you really look at it, I think if you was coming out, you might have had a little bit more time with Trump than you would with Biden, because Biden signing everything over. Hey, kill 400 million of them. It's okay. Trump was like, nigga, we'd rather take Clorox than take the vaccine.
Well, no, but you have to remember, Trump was also part of that pushing the vaccine.
Yep.
Trump was heavily part of that pushing that vaccine in the first place.
But do you think do you think he would have had us take it as quick as Biden did? You know, Biden he sleep all the time.
Here's what I think.
I think that all day.
I think the powers that be are very immaculate, in their timing. Like I think that Obama was perfectly placed in the time frame to draw a white Trump versus black argument.
Yep.
Black. I've said it on the channel. Obama was for black people what Trump was for white people.
Okay.
And I believe it was all part of their separating the people. I believe Trump did his role.
Yep.
I believe that they counted on Trump being the wild card. and doing what he was doing. Because I don't believe that people get in there and they change script. I believe the script is the same script. They just kind of know this guy's a bit eccentric.
Okay.
So he may do some eccentric stuff that might be a little bit fun. We could use him. But like how Trump set those people up, because right now it looks like they're trying to get all the dissidents out of the general public. So first it was Trump sitting up there, yeah, we gotta do this. Everyone stormed the White House, and then Trump was like, I don't know why y'all niggas stormed the White House for. I didn't tell y'all to do that. Sold them out.
Mm-hmm.
So now all those dissidents they losing gun rights. And look at the story that they're able to spin out of that. All these anti-government people shouldn't have guns.
Wow.
Well, I'm not a person that believes in big government, but I didn't storm the White House.
Right.
That's true.
So now they're saying that I shouldn't have a gun because those people stormed the White House? There it is. Rashad Jinks said, simply a blackface character. But I agree, both radicals. Obama started the BLM and Trump the activist right-wingers. I believe they're the same side, they're part of the same coin, just different sides. And they're simply there to draw your attention into what you think is freedom, which is just more your oppression. I think Biden was selected. Biden's just senile.
I think they're all selected.
Biden goes up to the pulpit. He's like, dearly beloved Americans. Where the fuck am I? What the hell? What was I supposed to say?
Biden be
hey,
like the
Rockefellers. What did you want me to say? Ron Charles.
Biden be like the dude that we was giving counsel to that couldn't stay awake. He get up to the podium like, oh yeah.
It almost comes off as if they trying to slide what's the name in there on like they've been trying to slide her in there from the beginning. I can't even remember old girl's name. Yeah, there we go.
The gun snatcher.
Carmela Harris.
Yep. It's almost like they're trying to throw her in there, on the sly. They probably told her he got one more time to walk down. He got one more time to fall off of this escalator, and we're gonna have to get rid of him.
Yep.
Oh man.
So I believe it's all. But I believe also the same way. This is the same way the church is.
Yes, sir.
I believe that the traditional so-called even Israelite church, they're just giving you the facade that there are good guys and bad guys.
Yep.
The biggest enemy to the church are people that think, people that keep the law. The biggest enemy to the politicians are the ones that say, I'm not left or right wing.
Yep.
In fact, I'm not even playing the game. I'm not voting. I'm going to grow my own food, live my life, serving Yah outside as much as I can of your system. We're the ones, and now you see how they're doing it. They're pushing all the so-called non-vax people to the fringes.
Yep.
If you're not getting vaxxed, you need to get out of our cities. That's why I call it the reservation. The Bible says in Jasher that Pitt, Ham, and Ramses were built by the Hebrew people because Pharaoh dangled money in front of them. That led to their slavery. The same shit is happening now. Now they're pushing out, they're using employment as the catch. You want to be employed? Take the jab. Then you can go on to Pitt, Ham, and Ramses.
That's true.
And you can pay your bills. Otherwise, off to the fringes you go. We don't want you in here. You are a danger.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yep.
And to be honest, it's kind of piggybacking off of Sister Angela's comment about Tabernacles. Really, we need to get used to this.
Yes.
You need to get used
Yes.
to this beyond
Woo.
just a memorial. You need to get used
Yes.
to depending on Yah, and then the things that you where you can rely on the skills that He's giving you, so you can learn how to be as self sufficient as possible. You know, it
Yeah.
really is a shame that we can only, you know, uh, I hate to say it like this, but it's kind of like this. People do tabernacles, but it really don't. Aside from the memorial part of it, or the symbolic meaning of it, they scared to death to get out there in a tent on their own property. They
That's true.
scared to
Yes.
death to grow their own food.
That's
They
true.
don't. When I say scared, I mean not like afraid. They just don't want to do it.
Right.
They just don't see the need to do it, and it's sad that it's gonna come down to somebody actually taking something away from you in order for you to be like, okay, I got to do it now. We should never be
Yes.
forced to do some of these things. This should just be when you read this word, tabernacling was a part of. If you think about it, it's symbolic of us leaving Egypt on the
That's
way,
it.
going through the wilderness, building temporary structures, being
That's
thankful that
it.
guess what? And you know that those temporary structures. I just told my family this. Do you think them people was after they knocked down a few trees and covered with palm leaves and all these different things to make roofs? Do you think they was tearing that shit down and dragging it with them? No,
They left it.
they left it. This is
They
supposed to
left it.
be natural for Yah's people to connect with the earth.
Woo.
Yep.
As we talked about before, brothers, to get grounded. It's supposed to be a natural thing, not you
Yes.
scared to death. Oh, I'm fearful. Now I'm gonna start storing up rice. I'm
Man.
fearful.
Man.
Now I'm fearful. I'm gonna
I
all
had
of a
to,
sudden buy a rocket stove now. I didn't see them. I went to go get some Pop Tarts from Walmart. I guess I better get a rocket stove. No, man, it's supposed to be inherently in you. If you his people,
people are going out. People are going out to buy some, a life straw, and they end up with a solar generator. Like, can I put diesel and gas in this solar generator?
wow.
Yeah, you can. Let me know how that works out for you. Circle back to us. We want to know.
But Andre, you're right. Suddenly, what you're seeing is this movement of coming out looks real popular now, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Let me see. G Rashid said the anti-vaxxers are pushed to the rural areas. My land guy said he's selling property left and right, and that's true, brother.
I believe it.
Suddenly,
Hey,
they thought that
that's where they
Egypt
should
was
be
going to
anyway.
maintain them the whole time. They thought they were going to be fine the
Yep.
whole time in Egypt.
Damn.
Now suddenly it's not really. So if you decide to get out, where are you going to go? I'm going to go and start my own homestead, really.
Hey, that right there alone sounds crazy. I mean, I'm just reverting back for a minute to where, women are asking, should I go out and buy my own land? Have they seen the damn land prices here lately? I'm just saying in general. I mean, I don't, no offense to people. If you looking at even now, it wasn't a time that's like this. And I'm just being honest, because I was looking at land at one time in Ozarks too. But it was a time when the land was damn reasonable. You ought to see the
Right.
shit now. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
the prices now is through the roof. I'm talking about if
Yes.
you wanted 1 acre or 2 acres. Not to mention if you want more than that, the prices is crazy.
Right.
And that's not only the price of land. They're talking about going out and buy land. Let's just say for whatever reason they can afford to buy the land. Have you seen how much it's going to cost for? I'm assuming they're not going to be capable of doing the things, developing this land.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
And you're not going to be able to afford to pay someone to come in and clear the land, come in and put in infrastructure and build buildings and stuff. You're not going to be able to afford to do that. So are they then going to take that on themselves?
No, they're not.
Man.
They're not gonna do that.
And how much money do you truly have to hire somebody to come and do the work? Because these people are realizing they can get paid right now, and they are jacking them prices up. Brother G Rashid, yes, brother David and brother Andre have channels. What I'll do after the stream, unless y'all want to link them, after the stream, I'll put their channel up in the comment section of this video. I'll link both their channels.
Cool, appreciate that.
Honestly, the way I feel, any brother that I know is walking this book out, I ain't got no problem sharing. We were just talking, imagine if we as brothers, all the services that we needed, we were able to provide amongst each other.
Yes, sir.
Or as much as we could.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Instead of always going out somewhere else. If you need seed, you can come to me. You need to grow some vegetables. You need some seed starts. You need some cuttings. I got them. You need some shirts, custom shirts, t-shirts, clothing. Brother Andre. You need woodworking, anything. Brother David. You want cloth diapers. My wives do it. You want soap and hygiene products. Brother Andre's wives do it. Imagine if we had that.
Best soap you'll ever have.
Hallelujah.
Best diapers you'd ever get. Best cloth diapers over there.
Woo.
Hey.
And imagine if we kind of cornered that market and we were all out here, so you didn't have to break the bank and kill yourself trying to go buy Huggies.
That's right. We need to corner that thing.
Yep.
And the funny part is, we know we spend money outside of us. I mean, most of us know. I'm sure everybody probably on this stream got an Amazon Prime account. They just keep it real.
I do.
Imagine if we stopped going to the world and we went within.
Man,
That just be straight up. If we could ever close that gap.
And you know what? We don't have to be part of the same ministry to support each other. That shit is
there
old.
You go. Yes, sir.
And most of y'all ain't used to that. Most of y'all are used to representing sets and gangs and all that sort of stuff. What if we all just said, we're going to represent y'all?
Man.
Amore Norfleet, Shabbat Shalom. Or Shalom, brother. Like the Amish. Imagine if we just said, you know what? This really ain't about what camp, group, ministry, church I'm part of. If you keep the Torah, brother, you believe in Yeshua, you obey him, you're the testimony of Yeshua HaMashiach, hey, I can roll with you. And when you start telling me, brother, this dude over here is my shepherd, well, I'm going to say, the Lord's my shepherd. But you know what? Hey, I think you lost, but it's okay.
Hey, I'm gonna keep going back, brothers, because this stuff is interesting. G Rashid put on there people. Let's see, no, that ain't it. He said tractor prices astronomical right now. Septic services off the chain. He said permitting local municipalities are rezoning to make it impossible to live off grid now. So I said all that to say, for the guys that got a 75-year plan, or you gonna come out when everything is perfect. By the time you do that, look at all the obstacles you may face.
Yes, sir.
Well, you actually now have to get a stick-built house by a general contractor. Could you imagine the price of that thing?
It will cost you at least double, no less than double.
I'm responding.
Hey, and when you have a mortgage, I'm just keeping it real because I still got a mortgage. I'm trying to figure out now how I can get it paid off as quick, fast, and in a hurry. But when you got a mortgage, most people are not going to be running around here talking about they're not going to take the shot. Think about it.
No.
Think about the average person. The average person is not willing to go for broke.
You know what it is though? A lot of these dudes know they would lose their wife if they said, I ain't taking a shot, we're just gonna lose the house.
Yep.
She'd be like, peace, nigga. I want to read what G Rashid said. Honestly, I cannot say I'm in the faith. I have watched your channel and talked for a year plus. I only fuck with what you brethren are on. Thanks. You know what, brother? I honor that. Big time. I can honor that. That's real. That's real.
Man.
So I honor you, brother.
Honor to you, brother.
Because if a dude can say, hey, I'm not on that faith thing that y'all are on, but I like what y'all talking about. First and foremost, I'll say, hey, may the Most High possibly work on your heart.
Hallelujah.
And if you don't, and if you don't really feel like, that's not for me, didn't Israel also have allies outside of Israel?
Yes, sir.
You said about property out here.
Man.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm gonna read some from Brother David. Go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick, and I can accept that way easier than so-called brothers who are so-called in the faith, but then when you look at it, you look at what they live, look at what they believe. Shit, they would have been more honorable to just come at it as this brother did, as this person did.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Straight up.
100%.
Because that was honorable. I can honor that.
Yes, sir.
I didn't see
I think, honestly,
they supposedly Israel, but you can't bring your family around to a feast day.
Yeah, no, that ain't Israel.
I think if more people were just honorable and real, like if a woman said, hey, I'm not really looking to join your house. You just look like a strong dude. I want you to knock it out. I'd be like, I ain't going to do that, but I respect you. I at least respect you because you at least came real with it. Instead of this bullshit, I'm Israel and I'm in the faith. Like a lot of people are talking about these people who come out and say, I'm a hoe. I ain't got no problem with that. If you let me know where you're operating from, I can make a decision and I don't have to feel like I'm always being bamboozled or manipulated. You know what I'm saying? If you just come real with it, hey, I'm a hoe. And you look sexy, I want you to knock it out. I could be like, no, I ain't doing that. But at least you didn't come with this throwing a head covering on and a skirt and you a hoe and you really just want some dude to knock it out. But you feel like you have to come across as if you Israel and then he impregnates you and now you got a child. Nah. Nah.
Man.
Keep the shit real.
Hey, I'm looking at some more comments that the brother put down. He put in there, Arkansas by the Ozarks are deliberately blocking people from off grid. I bought a property and the lady played me when I went to the county to register, flat out lied to me. He said, I'm in New Mexico doing my thing. Very difficult to live due to water and climate. He said, keep doing y'all things, brethren and wives. Then he asked, I guess, did you have a Cash App info? But I can respect the brother just coming on here. He just laying it out. He don't have no alternate motive or agenda. He just being straight up just honest. Hey man, I went out there, I tried the thing, I got hustled, so I'm out here doing it where I can get it done at. I can respect that.
And I wonder if that was probably because I'm in the Ozarks, and I would say I would venture to believe that was probably a raw deal by an individual, but that has not been my experience by and large. I think by and large, these people, the overall culture and mentality is all in favor of, coming out and going off grid or doing things your own way, live and let live, be productive, don't be dependent on us, and let us live and we're cool. So I just say all that to say, I think probably, I don't know your particular situation, but that was probably just an off situation with either a particular person within that county. And I used to work for the government, so I know how, you can have a bad experience with a person where, because they woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or husband didn't hit it right, or whatever it is. And so the stuff that they might be telling you may not even be in keeping with their own rules and regulations. I haven't found any of those situations, especially in the Ozarks. Pretty much, man, these people are about it. These people have been about the lifestyle of preparing for, generations at this point. So I just offer that for, food for thought.
Sister Cassie said, we have a huge community of off-grid people here in NWA. NWA means Northwest Arkansas.
Right.
Where I am in the Ozarks, There's a lot of people out here. There's a lot of people who live it, and they don't really call it even off grid. They just call it living.
It's just life. That's
Sure.
it.
It's
That's
just
it.
life for them, right?
In Missouri as well.
Yep, in Missouri as well. Brother, Amora Norfleet said, "The truth is always better than any lie." That's the way I feel, brother.
Yes, sir.
Give me the truth. Let me figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Don't try to twist it so that I'll accept it. Lay it out to me, and you know what? The Bible's the truth. Give me the
That's
book.
exactly what y'all did. Yes, sir.
Yep. Give me the book. I'll read it. I'll study it. I don't need you to try and put your understanding on y'all's book. I'm good.
I'm gonna go back for a minute, brothers. Brother
Yes, sir.
Journey Aker was just basically he was agreeing with what we said. He said, "Man, I was slow. I was too slow. It cost 40,000 floating in limbo trying to find land, and it's now way out of my price range. I don't want to go into the hundreds of thousands of Egyptian debt bondage." Now, this man is talking about if he said he was moving a little bit slower than he really would have liked to. And look, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but how many people got 40,000, 40 racks just laying around that you can just throw up in the air and not have to come back to it?
Woo.
So that lingering, and I'm not personally talking about Brother David in particular, but I mean we all procrastinate at one time or another. We got to cut that out. I mean,
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we will, for other people, we will go 100 miles an hour, but for y'all and your family, you on 25 miles an hour.
And then you
Man,
want to say,
brother.
well, he said walk circumspectly. Come on now.
Yes,
When
sir.
it comes to pussy, we move at lightning speed. When it comes to y'all, I need a couple years, brothers. I need 5, 6, 10, 20, a decade, 2 decades, 3, 10. I just need time, brothers.
Just a lifetime.
It's a lifetime.
Man.
What happened
Let
to
it
your
be
vision,
more
brother?
women, though.
Well, I just realized I was moving a bit too fast, huh?
There we go. There we go.
But when it comes to pussy, you ain't moving too fast, are you?
Mm-mm.
You was like,
No.
you say both then.
Woo!
Yes, sir. You know it. Hey, I also see the problem. I think I see the problem. 'Cause I think I heard Brother Chris talk about this with Brother G. Rashid. It said it was near here. He said it's near Harrison County. I don't remember Brother Chris uplifting that area too much.
What did he answer? Was it? I saw
Yeah.
that Chris. He did answer.
I think he said it was. I think he said it was near. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, that was what Chris was asking him.
Yeah, I was asking him, was it near?
Oh, okay. My mistake. I was about to say, well, I don't remember Brother Chris highlighting that area at all.
Well,
No.
it was highlighted as a don't go to that area.
Right.
Brother, I'm letting you know right now. I look for land in Harrison. My wife, Tanisha, looked for land in Harrison. And the lady was all about it. Like, yeah, we got this. So the lady said, well, let me check on these places. And I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to talk to the owner. And I'm going to get back to you and see what he do. Owner finance. We were like, cool. She said, the lady said, the realtor said, what's your name? My wife said, Tanisha. That lady called back 2 minutes later and was like, that land sold. What about this land? That sold too. That land sold.
Wow.
What about any land out here? It's all sold. Your name was Tanisha. It's sold. That was a wrap.
It's the most racist place in America.
I mean, that shit. That town is still a sundown town, which means when the sun go down, nigga, you better not be here. Sundown town.
Shut up.
Yep. Sister Cassie said that area sucks. Yes, ma'am, Sister Cassie. That area sucks. She said, I was just telling someone about that last weekend.
Niggas be like, I'm gonna go over there, but when the sun goes down, I'm gonna leave again.
Yep.
Oh shoot.
Yep.
Man.
Hey, I was just thinking about something, and this would go coincide with the leave coming out of her and leaving that Egyptian mentality. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people they don't even consider like when we go in a place. And what made me think about this was like when we travel coming out y'all way, I always bring my truck. I don't bring no. I ain't
Oh, there
rimmed
you
up.
go.
I ain't doing all that stuff. I'm looking like my name Cletus.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what
Yes.
I'm looking. And I make sure you know what I mean. It's a certain way. You get what I'm saying. We ain't coming out there with rims with skinnies on them and all that kind of stuff. Because
No.
people be looking at all that. And when I say changing your mentality
No
and
cover.
not having that appearance of Egypt, meaning brothers that sometimes you might have rims, and that's cool in the city. But you
Yep.
better get you a damn pickup truck or a van or some type of off-road or something that can handle a little bit of all-terrain driving in order for you to
Man.
come out in these areas. Because guess what?
Man.
A lot of these cars with these rims and stuff on it is not finna hook up to no trailer and haul no lumber back to the house or any other supplies you may need.
Woo!
You don't even see nobody
People,
with rims out here.
You're
Good
right.
God.
Right. The
that's what I'm
cars with
saying. You
rims,
just don't see it.
those are the cars that you pass by on the side of the road because they got flat tires because you're
Yep.
used to them city streets and city roads that are all paved.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
I can't. When I'm driving, on the roads, I'm playing Frogger. I'm dodging 2x4s and chairs and bales of hay and
Potholes,
feed.
Yes, sir.
dodging potholes.
Yep.
Uh, Hey, most people can't even go and look at land properly because you can't even get down on some of these property. You
Oh
can't even get
man,
down some of them roads.
I'll put it
That's
So
like
you
this.
true.
got
My first week here, I was driving down the road and I saw a dude who was missing his bumper. So he put a 2x8 and drilled it into the bumper well that comes out. He drilled a 2x8 up there. I was like, this is where I need to be. I
Yes,
need to be
sir.
here. I need to be here.
And I tell
Brother
you what,
David
these
K
people
said,
know how to.
rims on red dirt roads ain't gonna make it. Brother, you are
It's
right.
true. Yep. These people right here know how to get it done.
Oh
yes, sir.
man, it's a lot different. You really have to be ready to leave Egypt. I mean, really be ready to leave to leave Egypt and be like, I ain't going back. I understand that I had leeks in the cucumbers. I understand I had access to them. You know what? Shit, I might have had good health care in Egypt, a good job in Egypt. Everything that I wanted, Egypt had. Do
Yep.
you really believe in the book of Joshua that the children of Israel went to Egypt because it was inconvenient?
Mm.
They went because it was completely convenient. They were
That's
probably
right.
15 minutes from the job site.
Mm.
When you leave Egypt, you have to understand the sacrifice. You about and that's men or women. Women want to leave Egypt, but they want to keep Egypt with them. They want to leave the physical Egypt, but keep the spiritual, mental, relational Egypt with them.
That's
Wow.
it.
They want their marriage to be ran the Egyptian way. That fire is fucking hot.
Yeah, it is.
Damn.
Y'all
People
got it.
want Egypt. Yeah. This fire is
I can rub my leg. I'm
man.
Like,
Oh, I gotta get brother David in. Yes, I was trying to play it off. I think my skin started bubbling. I was like, I can't play out bubbling skin.
Hey, I just looked at some tribal lady she says in Alaska, Costco has been shorting restaurants their chicken orders.
Oh man,
Now you know something is going on when you feel it out all the way in Alaska.
man.
I'm just saying you gotta start just using deductive reasoning. If you can
Yes,
feel it out in Alaska, imagine what it's gonna be like in the city.
yes. Amar Norfleet
yes,
said,
sir.
any man buying a vehicle for looks and not function is just plain unwise, to say it nicely.
Mm.
He just basically said, you stupid as shit. That was a very unnice way of
Yep.
saying it, but it is what it is.
I mean, unless you're gonna live in a city where everything is about aesthetics, but are you talking about living where real things matter? Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Woo. That's what he's saying. So how many of y'all really think that y'all ready to leave Egypt and its ways? And when I mean ways, I'm not just talking about ways, I'm talking about the religious ways of Egypt.
In your mind. Yep.
The marital ways of Egypt. Who gave you that price and value? Did Yah give you that price or value? Or did Egypt say, you know, it's good that you in debt and your life is going to shit. You're still worth $10 million. It's okay the pussy has been ran through more times than a track and field event. You're still worth $10 million. Who told you that? We got to get real.
Yes, sir.
It's true.
Because Egypt is separating now. Because remember, there were Egyptians and other nations that left with Israel. There were Egyptians that left with Israel. I'm just saying, are y'all ready to leave Egypt? Here's the question, brother. Is your wife ready to leave Egypt with you?
Hold on a second, brother. When you mentioned just now about the even some of the Egyptians left with Israel, what were you saying in that?
What I'm saying is some Egyptians chose to stay back and some decided to leave. Some, and in that, here's the funny thing. When they left, the Egyptians weren't the ones complaining about wanting to go back to Egypt.
That's right.
Israel.
Man.
And David K said it right there. Some Israelites stayed in Egypt. Some were like, I ain't going out there in the desert. I know it's in the desert. Nothing.
Yeah.
Right here, Pharaoh's taking care of me. I'm a house
Negro. Been good to us. Yep.
I'm a house Negro. Let me sit here. Field niggas be like, hey, y'all, let's roll. I'm telling Massa on you. Massa, Kunta trying to run again. Kunta trying to run again, Massa. I heard him talking. Have any of you brothers done 55-gallon drums with rice or beans? Just got some for that, but I've only done I know I have and Brother David has. I have corn in mine.
Yep. I have some wheat and some beans and rice in them, and no problems.
And mine is sitting out in the elements.
Same
I
here.
just threw a tarp over it. You want to make sure that you like what I did, and then Brother David can tell you what he did. I used a 55-gallon construction bag. And I poured a little bit of corn, mixed some DE in there, mixed it up. More corn, more DE. More corn, more DE. Until the whole thing was filled up and filled with corn and DE, all mixed together. Put the lid on, sealed the lid, sealed the bag, filled the lid, and it's been over a year and I have no bugs.
Hallelujah. Yeah, I just did I got some food grade 60-gallon, I think they're 60-gallon bags. You can get them off of Amazon. I'm sure other places. That's just where I happen to get those. Put them in there, filled them up. I stuck oxygen absorbers in there, sealed up the bags, put the lid on and clamp the lid tight.
Yes,
no
sir.
No problems. Yep.
So that's a great way of storing up a massive amount of food. So hopefully, this has been a blessing to y'all. We just want you all to really think about this. That's what this Tabernacles is about. They lived in booths because they were leaving Egypt.
That's it.
Not because this feast is not a fashion show. We all love celebrating the Feast of Tabernacles because it allows us to be around each other. That's not really what the feast is about. It's asking you the question, Are you ready really to live? Are you really ready? Are the people that you rolling with, are they ready to leave Egypt? Or are you rolling with a bunch of niggas who's still in Egypt, but they doing the Feast of Tabernacles? Are you really ready to leave Egypt? If Yah said right now, it's time for you to go.
I just saw Sister Cassie's comment. She said, I thought Brother David just said he has a 55-gallon of weed. No. Let me clarify that so I don't get no alphabet soup showing up out here. That is not what I said. Oh man.
Hey, I hope that we rattle some cages tonight, brothers.
Yes, sir.
Because it is most needed. I just put y'all up on something. I happened to scroll through what was it? Oh, Facebook, to one of these so-called group ministry type things. Because I'd be curious to see what people be doing about tabernacles and things of that nature. You wouldn't believe it. They had some people inside of a building. They was playing praise and worship music, and pastors and first ladies was sitting at tables, decorated tables, and they was acting like that was tabernacles. And these are so-called Israelite or Bible believing people.
But
That's what tabernacles was for them. They was
But
in the
Ryan said they were
sanctuary.
taking offerings too.
Yep. They was in a sanctuary for a few hours, jumping up and down and getting sweaty for no reason, just to return home broke.
Man,
wow.
That's insane.
I flipped the camera over and showed it to my rib, and I said, "What did this look like to y'all?" They said, "The old church, what we did in Christianity." That's exactly what it looked like.
It's the same spirit.
Man.
That's it. Let's all come together and act and look like it.
Man.
But you ain't living it. You know, I look at tabernacles and I say, the first time somebody tells me, hey, bro, hey, we doing tabernacles, make sure you bring some shit for me. Huh? Bring some shit? Can y'all imagine me? Hey, brothers, I'm about to have tabernacles on the rock. Make sure you bring me an offering. Lay it at my feet with your deed.
Man. And your wife better not be fine, because she might not leave with you.
Man.
I would have nobody. I'd be tabernacling every tabernacles by myself.
Yeah, no doubt. I'd be like,
I love you.
Oh man.
Hey, he didn't even get the wife. He lost me at laying something at your feet and your deed. I was like, well, I guess we won't be going there anymore.
Yeah. Man.
I'm like, Brother Ronnie, Brother Jay, where y'all? Brother Ronnie will let this tent still sit up.
Yeah, you can have a tent, brother.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Oh gosh.
Well, man.
Oh, Brother Ronnie, you did. You did. Brother Amora Norfleet said, some people think they are Israel simply because of their bloodline, instead of serving God in spirit and truth. Man, I'm black, therefore I'm his chosen.
That's huge.
Nigga, you still a house Negro. What you were chosen to do was to make the master his food.
Man.
You weren't chosen to lead. You operate in no spirit and no truth.
It'll be plenty of Hebrews eternally outside of God's presence.
Woo! Man.
Yeah. Midnight black.
Here's something. What if some of y'all Hebrews are serving the stranger? Ouch.
I'm still trying to figure out where they come from with this bloodline stuff. Everybody like they done went and gave their DNA to somebody to come up with what tribe they from.
They went to like 23andMe.
Them folks ain't gonna tell you that shit gonna say you from Africa.
Right.
Or whatever. It ain't gonna say you from Judah. I don't know where people get telling these lies. Hey, I done heard these people say, y'all done heard it too. They from the tribe of Levi. That's why they pass. Nigga, please.
I'm trying to do.
I sent my DNA to 23andMe. It said, nigga, field. I was the one that ran.
Oh man.
All this extra stuff. I'm from the tribe of Judah because that's why my name is Jeremiah, because the J it stands for Judah.
Oh man. I'd be like, well, hey.
What's with all that?
It's foolishness. Talk to
Clean
me.
outward cups.
Yeah, that's what it is right there.
That's it.
Talk to me about your bloodline when you start actually adhering to Yah's laws.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just saying, don't tell me about your name change and all that other stuff. Talk to me about Yah's laws first. Don't try to tell me about what tribe you came from and who your great granddaddy is and all this other kind of stuff. No, let's just focus on that, because how you live is gonna tell me where you come from.
That's what exactly it
is gonna tell me about your spirit.
That's it.
Hallelujah. That's it.
All this extra stuff is just that it's almost like you're trying to convince yourself.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm Judah, right? Right? I'm Judah. Right, brothers? And everybody from Judah.
Everybody.
Right.
Everybody There's one tribe, Judah.
Nobody ever says they're a Reubenite or they're from the tribe of Naphtali. They don't say none of that.
Hey, brother G. Rashid. Shalom, sister Sheena Love. Shalom, sister. G. Rashid, you're right. They're saying the Puerto Ricans and Hondurans are from whatever tribe. And that 12 tribes chart is bullshit. I'm going to say it right here in this channel right now. You heard it from our mouth. It is bullshit.
Great.
I agree.
I don't know what tribe I'm from.
Me neither.
No clue.
Niggas believe they from Wakanda.
Right. Yeah, we got niggas
Man.
Oh man, you ain't lie.
That's true. Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Yep.
That's funny. Hey, that was a good one right there. Hey, but if you look at it, that let us know how easily we are to accept something, even if it's outside of what the Bible says. We more easily to accept that we from Wakanda.
Yep.
From watching a Marvel movie. Then it is.
And you know what the funny thing is that movie came out and there were people like, yeah, that's code talk to us Hebrews. I'm like, that was a Marvel motherfucking movie. How did you come across to the point that was talking to us?
Doing all kind of witchcraft.
There was all sorts of witchcraft in that movie.
Hey, I got a question. Who is the guy that came up with the Marvel comic? Is it Stan Lee or something like that?
Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Do they really think that guy was trying to talk to them in code? That guy?
They'll try to tell you he was secretly from the tribe of Benjamin. No, he wasn't.
Oh
Man, this stuff
man.
is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Just like there were people who were that movie Get Out. They were like, yeah, that movie means Get Out of America. I'm like, and go where? Because they
Where
said
you
his
going,
first
to
movie was Get Out and his second movie was Us. That means get out of the U.S. I was like, y'all niggas are so conspiratorial.
Run back. Y'all go to Africa.
You're gonna go back to Africa and I'm gonna see you on the end of a spear with your head?
Yep. Man.
Like we need to get back to the book. Why is it that we keep letting every single other person tell us what the book say? Get back to the book. Live the book. Brother Dave got a sweater on right there. The book plus nothing, not the book plus Marvel. Who wrote the Us and Get Out?
That's is it Key Pill?
Peel, yeah. The book plus Peel. The book plus BET.
Can't worry
The
about
book plus the BET Award Show. The book plus Beyonce. The book plus your ministry. The book plus the Falling Yeshua channel. No. The book plus nothing. Man. G. Rashid, right. The Africans don't drive with us.
No, they don't like it.
Nah, get over there and get cut up, get castrated for real, all the way to the white meat.
Oh,
Man.
that video.
Not like it.
Oh shoot,
Man.
You're gonna go,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that video, man.
yeah, you're gonna go over there with a
They
dude
gonna
with a plate in his hand and telling you from Judah.
They gonna circumcise you to the white meat.
To the white man.
No, thank you.
Jump the line,
Oh
Right.
man.
Seriously, imagine going over there like, hey, we brothers. I'm from the tribe of Judah, and the dude got a dish plate in his lip like,
Oh, yeah. Hey, I might have to say it like what Brother Lamar said. Nigga, I'm from Gotham. Hey, they skidding them back to the white meat. No thank you. Nigga, my name's Batman. Oh man.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Nope. The Bible said, be fruitful and multiply. Not back to the white meat. That's the complete opposite of be fruitful and multiply.
Man. Oh goodness.
We gotta get back to the reality. Not everybody that says they're Israel. In fact, I would even say this. Few that say they are Israel. How many made it to the promised land? Why don't we look at that part of the story?
Man.
They were tabernacling while they were transferring to the promised land. How many got there? Joshua, Caleb, a few that were under the certain age. Moses had to look at it from the other side of Jordan.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So why is it that we all think that because we so-called left Egypt, and you're still in Egypt, you think that you made it to the promised land?
Man.
That's crazy. Why don't we just humble ourselves and say, man, this feast day is important for us. This is the time for me to examine, have I truly left Egypt? Do I have any Egyptian ways inside of me that I need to purge out of me?
Man. You know, I almost wonder and think, I've talked to the brothers about it before. It may just be as simple as because Yah has not caused the scales to fall from some folks' eyes. Sometimes we think because we are blessed enough that he has done that for us, that, hey, why can't you see it? Why don't you get it? It's simple.
Yeah.
You should be seeing this. Well, it's only simple because Yah has removed the scales from our eyes. Some people, he just ain't rocking with them. And that just is what it is.
Brother,
You
that's
can
deep.
be blacker than my beard. Some of y'all just ain't rocking with it. How do you know? You don't adhere to his word. It's not in your
Right,
heart to do that which he has called you to do.
right,
So I would only say to y'all at that point, well, shit, enjoy this life.
right.
Enjoy your
If,
portion,
you,
because that's what you get.
if you're not gonna go all in, just don't go.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Hey, I like the way you didn't let him off the hook either, brother David, because you just made it clear. Because some people would have just ran with that first statement and say, "Oh, I got some more time. Y'all hasn't removed the scales from thou eye," and you just let him know. No, he just ain't rocking with you like that. Just straight
Yep.
up, flat out.
I mean, don't the Bible say
Feel
there
you?
were different types of seeds that land on different types of ground,
Yes,
and
sir.
some of those seeds landed on ground, and the person heard the word,
Man.
but was not able to walk that word out. It ain't no excuse for you to say, "Well, I heard the word, but it just ain't my time yet." It ain't your time because you ain't gonna ever have a time.
That's it.
Think of Yeshua's parables. The 5 wise and the 5 foolish. They didn't get a time. That time was when the bridegroom was gone. When the bridegroom showed up, if you weren't ready, shit, you on the outside. Because
And
those
they
5
all knew
foolish
that they
went and
needed
got
oil.
oil and then came back and were beating on the door like, "Let me in." And the bridegroom said, "Nah, you ain't fit. Your time is when the word hits you." At that point, the real question is, are you going to walk it out or not? Because if you ain't, at the time you hear the truth, think of it, brothers. At the time you heard, "Come out of her, my people," so I have a choice right now. Do I do everything I can to come out or not? If you didn't come out, do you think y'all was sitting there like, "Well, I'll wait for you"?
Hey, we better have been like the woman with the issue of blood.
Man,
Move.
when salvation come to you, you better come. That's why I tell sisters, "Hey, sisters, your being single is your reproach." At that point in time, do you want to walk this walk out by yourself or not? That's a yes or no question. That's why you look at what Joshua, choose you, not choose you tomorrow, not choose
This
you
day.
next week. Choose you this day whom you will serve. Stop. That's your question. When you hear the word, do you have to say, "Well, I don't agree with it"? The word is irrelevant of whether you agree with it or not. Y'all didn't ask me, "Well, you can walk you can walk the word out when you agree." He said, "Many are called, but few are chosen."
You're chosen.
So if you're chosen to walk it out from that moment on, not when you agree with it. Well, now I agree with the book, so now I'll walk it out, brothers. Hey, brothers, Brother David, Brother Andre, Brother Jakar, and Brother Ronnie, now I'll walk it out. Now that I'm ready to.
Shit. We'd be like,
what is
y'all
your choice?
opening the door? Because I ain't getting up. Y'all opening the door?
Yep.
No, I ain't opening the door. Shit, we was out the door 5 years ago.
Yep.
3 years ago.
Think
Whatever
of
it was.
what it was in Noah. You had a choice during that time that he was preaching. From the moment that door shut, while I was about to make my decision, it's too late, nigga.
Yeah. You was
Your
almost
decision
safe.
has been made by your passivity and laziness, and you wanting to wait until shit got so terrible.
Last minute.
I want to show up on the ark last minute.
Yeah, you
I
almost
want
made it, but
salvation
now you
last
just
minute. Hey,
drowned.
Brother Andre, I want to come in last minute. I see the waters now. I'm like, nigga,
I
you
hope
better
you can swim.
Right.
For a long time.
A long time.
Longer thereafter.
Yeah, all this time. A long time. That's what it come down to. We got to really come down to the point. people be coming to these. Well, I'll make the decision in a couple years. Now, you actually, by saying you'll make it in a couple years, you just made your decision right now.
Yeah, that's even being presumptuous on y'all. You don't even know if you have a couple of years.
Man,
How you have a 10-year plan, 5-year, 3-year, 2-year plan? How is that possible? When he gave
where
it,
that shit come from? I've heard dudes say, if you ain't got a 5 or 10-year plan, you stupid. Where did the niggas in the Bible be like, Abraham was like, I got a 10-year plan. He said, wherever y'all take me, I'm going. Yep. This worldly Egyptian mindset. If you're a successful person, you have to have a 10-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 3-year plan, and a 1-year plan. I have a vision and it goes that way. So that's where I'm going.
That's it.
That's it. All y'all really smart businessmen, I'm sorry I can't be on your level to have a 10-year plan. I guess I'll just be a failure.
Yeah. I just move when y'all say move.
There you go. There you go.
Well, brothers, I'm
y'all
ready because we got.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother David. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. I was just about to say I'm about ready to. We can wind up because we got several.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's tomorrow? Do we have one tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
What's it on?
Right? Don't we?
Yeah, the old pass. The old pass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I thought so. Yep.
I'm ready too, brother.
All right, brothers. We love y'all.
Yep, we love y'all. We hope that you understand why it is important to tabernacle. And we hope that you are actually really ready to leave Egypt. Not by what you hear or not by what you say, but based off what you do.
Man.
No excuses. If you really want to leave Egypt, you just get up and start walking.
Damn.
Stop procrastinating.
Damn. Brother Andre, you got something?
I think y'all done nailed it down, bro. We just gonna keep on moving here. I do like the part about I really believe that Abraham and Jacob, they didn't have a plan. Y'all gave them a vision, and they just kept working the vision, and as y'all told them to go left or right, that's how they did it. And I think it's already been outlined in the book, and it's something for us to easily follow if we want to follow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's all it is. You gotta have to want to.
You know what? I just want to end it with this because you said something right there, brother Andre. The book is only to be followed by those who it was written to. For the rest of you, it's not for you to follow. So the book plus nothing is only for those that the book was written to. If it's not written to you,
let those who have ears to hear.
There it is. Brother David, go ahead. Just slam it shut. Slam it shut. We done.
Let those with eyes to see. Hey, some people might have to just come to the realization that they just been bullshitting and playing games. Maybe they can't see the way, and instead of always trying to figure out and change what the way is, some people just need to realize maybe for the first time in their life, fall on their face in the place of humility and say, "Yeah, I can't see. I'm blind."
Oh,
have you really forsaken? Am I really left out?
Ooh, man.
And what some people will find out is, hey, you was until you decided for the first time in your life to walk in humility, until you decided to humble yourself before the Most High. Yeah, you sure was left out. You might have just found salvation in your humility.
Oh, man.
Other folks think that they own it while they're, pretending to be in the way. Hey, it's gonna be a sad day when you stand before your Maker, when He says it's the lukewarm that He will spew out of His mouth.
Man,
I'd rather that you be hot or be cold, be all in or just live for the world. But the lukewarm, I will spew you out of my mouth. Wow. Hey, pray for the eyes to see and ears to hear, and then be
Yes, sir.
doers and not hearers only. Because Yah, when he returns, he's returning for those who love him. It's all throughout the book. And you don't get to choose what that looks like. He's already told you. Those who love me will keep my commandments. That's it.
Man.
That's why we tabernacle.
Man.
Man.
We tabernacle. You remember Tabernacles was just being real. I'm gonna piggyback on what Brother David said. Tabernacles was only for those that left Egypt, not for those still in it. Think about that.
Man. Hallelujah.
Man.
Woo, fire.
I love y'all, brothers.
We love y'all.
Sir.
All right.
Love you.
We'll see y'all
Blessings and
tomorrow,
shalom.
7 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Yes, sir.
Bless y'all.
Looking forward to it. Shalom.
Shalom.